You're listening to The Boxing Voice.
It's showtime! Welcome back, boxing fans.
Blood is good.
Blood is emotion.
Too much blood coming out of the eye.
Blood is a story, a drama.
Deep gas, blood pouring right into his eye.
Blood is what we want to see in terms of passion.
Blood streaming now from the cut in the eye, the nose, his mouth, his cheeks swollen, and he's still drawing.
What we want is a bloody good fight tonight.
We have Heather, the Heat Hardy. Is this you?
This is me. I think I need to talk to you every night because you make me smile and blush over here.
Never been a lame-o, never been a lame-o. Yeah, I love trick. I'm okay.
You're serious? You're serious?
And that's the good thing about UK. That's why I can't hate on them guys, man. They love fucking boxing.
No fighters in England. They all bums.
Did you hear what this idiot just said?
Yo, son, you're gonna get your ass beat by Molina, son.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's overrated.
Just push it from me right now.
For the interview? Yes. Let those gifted hands go.
Get out of here, Bird. Go home.
What next?
Who wants the table started for free? He's not even honest. Who wants the table started for free?
BoxingVoice.com.
This is why we use the word sensation.
All right, everybody. We are back. Double dosage for your ass, you know? I know we took some time off, but it was Independence Day, man. We're back on our scheduled hour. For all of you guys that listen to us solely on podcasts on your way to work, live only. We did a show yesterday, and you could catch it on podcast. Of course, subscribe to our iTunes, and it was about the worthiness of Sergio Martinez. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? But that was a topic for yesterday. So catch the podcast, tweet us. But tonight, we have to talk about, I guess, the best fight we have to look forward to this month, maybe? I don't know. It's a pay-per-view, and it's a fight that we didn't think was going to happen. I know I was definitely one of those guys beating the drum that Canelo wouldn't, fight Lara. But this was me before the Mayweather fight, and, he showed me. He went for the Mayweather fight because losing to Mayweather, that doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you at all, So he got that big payday, and he got that opportunity to try and catch Mayweather. He wasn't ready. He takes the loss, and he's back. And his dude's been fighting top 10, 154 pounders. And I don't know. I'm excited this is finally taking place, but I want to talk about, of course, a little bit about the All Access. I watched episode 2 and, of course, 1. And I want to get your thoughts. Seems like, is it real? Let me just ask you guys, do you think it's real? Is it coming off on your TV, on your flat screen, your LED, whatever you got? Is it coming off as something that's coerced, scripted, or do Canelo and Lara both really feel the way they feel about each other? I mean, they're calling it, Canelo's calling Lara Big Mouth, Laura's calling Canelo everything under the sun. You got the trainer talking about the Mexican University of Boxing, because Lara has been saying he was going to take Canelo to the Cuban School of Boxing. I mean, is it just hype? I mean, I know that I've seen this sing and dance for quite some time, but something's different. Canelo is different. It was something that he said on All Access, and to our many listeners that don't speak Spanish, I will translate that for you. I don't know how well of a job they did because I didn't pay attention to the captions, but the bottom line, he said something around the lines, and it's very close to being quoted word for word, but he said, I have the ability like Mayweather and Pacquiao to pick my opponents, but the difference is I pick tough opponents. That was awesome because, man, if that wasn't an indirect shot at those guys or direct shot, I don't know what the fuck it was. I like that. And he's kind of selling me. Like I'm buying into the Canelo hype. I know that Canelo winning this fight is better for boxing than it is Lara winning this fight. I mean, let's be honest. Canelo is being loyal to De La Hoya. He said that in the first episode, that he's standing by De La Hoya no matter what De La Hoya is going through. He's sticking by him. So, at this very moment, De La Hoya needs whoever he can get signed to Golden Boy. Because if Al Heyman decides to do something crazy, who does De La Hoya have? By the way, Rod Salka is going to be coming on at 9 o'clock, the opponent of Danny Garcia. And he signed to Golden Boy. We didn't even know that, I didn't think they signed him when they put him in the ring with Ricardo Alvarez, but evidently so. We'll find out exactly when anyway, once we get him on and interview him. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Canelo, he's a loyal guy. He's good for the sport. He's going to bring casual fans. He's selling tickets. He's doing his rounds, too. He's not like these other fake champions that don't stick around and don't have time. Like, he has time for his fans. He takes pictures. He signs autographs. He works a room, man. He works a room. Look, they had him throwing. There was no coincidence that they had him throwing the pitch at the Dodger game and not Lara. Look at how they portrayed Lara for one. I mean, I don't know. Did they portray him like that? Is that Lara? Is he just a humble dude? Like, because he didn't really do much. I mean, the table that they were playing dominoes, that shit had to be like a fold-up table with a Kmart or your equivalent of a Kmart, Walmart fucking tablecloth. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, maybe they buckling down. Maybe, maybe it's all work and no fucking play. And I like that attitude, but, how are they going to sell story? Like, this is his opportunity to sell that story because it's a kid coming from poverty. He's got to fucking get on a speedboat and get a defect to the United States. Like, he's got the story. He's got kids over there that he hasn't seen in 7 years. A mother, he's got a wife and children over here. Like, this is the biggest payday of his career. And by the way, that's only going to be $1 million. Now, I guess that's pretty good because Maidana only got 1.5 to fight the cash cow of boxing. But at the same time, Eric Morales got $1 million on HBO. Timothy Bradley got $1 million on HBO. And we're talking about regular HBO, not pay-per-view. So, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to keep it affordable. Don't pay ridiculous prices because Canelo himself is only getting 1.5. So, I don't know. Maybe they're scaling back. Not to allow themselves to make any more mistakes, being as though that so many were made under the reign of Schaefer. Basically, the company was being run to what looked like to you and I that it was everything was good, but on the back end, I guess there was some sneaky shit going on.
And now, here's What up, what up? It's been a while since we've been on. I'm hyped for this fight. I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, 50-50, Canelo, Lara. I'm just excited. The undercard, too, excites me. A lot of people aren't really talking about it, but I'm all for it. Not sure how good this one's going to sell. I don't know what the gauge is. I think the gauge might be 300 for a profit or 250. Depending on those purses. But we'll see. I mean, I know this is the Canelo Lara preview show, Ness, but I'm not sure if you didn't do the 10 count yet, right? Or you're not going to do it because we don't have a thing?
I am going to do it. Rob said he's going to get us one. I told you I don't have one. You didn't read your text?
No, I just got it now. But for those that don't know, just a quick reminder, we're dedicating tonight's show to loyal listener, Charles Kozlowski, who passed away, I believe it was this Tuesday, complications due to surgery. You guys know him as CK0510. He was actually supposed to be in Vegas for this fight, so this is for you, brother. I don't want to touch on that much, Ness, but what are we talking about? Purses?
Well, I mean, we're just talking Canelo, Lara in general. I was basically saying that I'm just getting the feeling like it's better for our sport if Canelo wins. But that doesn't necessarily mean who I'm picking. We know I'm picking Lara. I'm picking Lara. I have my reasons. We could get into them, but Canelo.
I mean, you're right. You're right. It's better for the sport if Canelo wins. Obviously.
That's the problem. I feel so bad saying that because this sport was built on guys like Lara. He picked the perfect name. Calling himself, the American Dream and whatnot. American Dream. Because it was. You know he had to be in that little fucking Cuban school of boxing that he told you on HBO, where these kids are being like put through rigorous training as if they were soldiers. I mean, look at them. Did anybody see that? You know he had to be in there dreaming every night that one day he would be good enough to get to the Olympics to then be able to defect and come to the United States and fight on the biggest stage. I just don't know if Lara's going to let this slip by him, and also if his story isn't better. Canelo had it made. When Canelo was 1-0, he was already signed to fucking Televisa. Let's be honest here. Like, he had it made from the beginning. He got, hand-picked opponents all the way to the top. But right now, he's not, he's being a boxing fan's delight. He's fighting the guys we want him to fight. So I have nothing bad to say about him, but one guy's career was handed to him, and the other guy's career, he had to make it. He's been fighting top-notch opponents from the very beginning. People give him shit for Molina, but he was 15-0 when he fought Molina. 16-0 when he fought fucking Williams. This dude's been fighting. He's not the right color. He doesn't have the right story, I guess. I don't know. But we should be backing the underdog. The fucking Rocky story is the underdog. Like, I don't understand. There's so much hate for Cubans, and he doesn't talk slick. He tells the fucking truth. He's never once lied. I don't know, Vic, but 646-478-3068. It's the Canelo versus Lara preview. El Canelo Alvarez, your guy, and my fucking guy. American Dream.
Is that Dusty Rhodes music, man, or is that just some shit you made up?
That's Dusty Rhodes, baby. That's Dusty Rhodes. You already fucking know the American Dream, baby. The American fucking dream. Vic, you're on point. You know Matt is gonna be ecstatic about that because he's a fucking diehard wrestling fan.
Hey man, you used to listen to that. I mean, I used to watch that stuff when I was younger, man. He was one of the dudes I grew up watching. You know, and right now I haven't followed it too much, but definitely remember Dusty Rhodes. He certainly isn't in shape as Canelo is, but certainly fitting the moniker of American Dream.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I came loaded, man. The barrel is cocked and the clip is loaded. I got some more for
American Dream, baby. You know what this is.
You know, I'm ready. I'm ready for these Lara haters. They coming. I know they coming. I'm waiting for.
I'm taking too long with this amateur guy. You ain't wetting nobody, nigga. You Canada dry.
I'm waiting for little Jose Sands to call in.
You know he's calling in.
Coming at my neck. Listen.
This is Canelo, baby. This is Canelo.
I'm getting it from all angles, Vic. Yo, at work, me and this guy, the same guy I bet with every fucking fight, right? We been had the bet locked in. He upped the bet on me 3 times.
Oh man.
People are real confident, and that's good because I'm nervous. I'm not gonna.
I feel bad for you, man. I don't know, man. You took a beating with Kodar. You might take another one with this one, man.
Well, let me tell you something. Lara and Martinez are 2 different people, and they're in 2 different times in their career. Lara doesn't have injuries. I know you guys are falling victim to the Canelo Angulo and the Lara Angulo comparison, but don't fall victim. Don't fall victim. Canelo does not and has not ever fought the way that Angulo fights. And let me tell you something, right? If Canelo comes forward like Angulo, better for Lara. He's the natural counterpuncher. If Canelo doesn't come forward like Angulo, better for Lara. He'll just outbox him from the outside like he did Trout. It's very simple. Canelo had problems with Trout. And we seen that Trout is no Lara because when Trout versus Lara happened, it was like fucking black and white. The difference in talent right there. He outclassed Lara. So that means
he outclassed Trout.
Yeah, he outclassed Trout. I'm sorry, Lara outclassed Trout. So that means that Canelo's getting in with another southpaw who hits harder and is more accurate. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I don't want to believe that Lara, and that's why I lose my picks because I pick with my heart too. You know, I don't want to believe that Lara didn't do the road work because he knows he's gonna have to be on his bike. He's gonna have to. There's gonna come a point in time where Canelo's gonna, you know, be landing those big body shots, especially the left hook to the body. That's his key shot. You know, he does that often. But Canelo's a one-punch. Well, excuse me, not a one-punch puncher because he does punch in combination, but sometimes he throws one punch at a time. You know, like either one big uppercut or one big right hand. And that's when he's going to be getting countered, in my opinion. In my opinion. Do you want to rebuttal that, or do you want me to take it to the streets?
Well, I think a lot of this is going to depend on if Canelo can get combinations together. And he's going to have to anticipate Lara's movement. Lara's not going to be Angulo. He's not going to stand there. Lara's going to move. The one thing that Angulo did well was anticipate Lara's movement. I'm not going to say Virgil Hunter did a great thing with Angulo, but I like what Virgil Hunter did with Angulo. When Angulo would cut the ring off, he wouldn't take really big steps to give Lara an idea of where he was going, but he takes short, subtle steps. And those short, subtle steps set traps for Lara. I mean, I'm not sure if, you know, Canelo and them saw that, but that was a very good thing that Angulo did, and obviously set up knockdowns, set up, you know, anticipating where Lara was going to go, how to counter Lara. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Angulo is no counter puncher, but he landed some good counter shots on Lara because he set those traps. And in my opinion, I think Canelo is a smarter fighter than Angulo, but I'm not sure if that's going to equate to the same thing that Angulo did.
Yeah,
that's
but
why there's a lot of intrigue in this fight.
This is my thing, though, Vic. Every time you guys bring up the Angulo-Lara fight, you act as if Angulo was beating Lara up and Lara got lucky with a punch. No. Angulo was taking 2 and 3 shots to land a shot. He was getting fucked up. And on my scorecard, he was fucking down. 2 knockdowns or not, he was down. Where did you have him on your score? Your scorecard, excuse me.
I think I had Lara up 1 point at the time of the stoppage.
Exactly. So he was still winning a fight that he looked bad in. That's how good he was doing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody just right away is like, oh, well, Canelo beat Lara way better. Even fucking Dan Rafael, look, and, you know, I don't know what I've ever said bad about him, if anything, but I watched a couple of his things because I just don't read people, you know, I ain't really, whatever. But, yo, he keeps it real. But I disagree with him. You know, he said Lara went life and death with Angulo. I would love to see what his scorecard looked like. I know he tweets it out normally, but since I don't pay attention, I don't remember.
Yeah, but you can win a fight. You're just still going life and death. I mean, it doesn't mean you didn't go life and death. I mean, Lara had a fight in that fight. You know, he had a claw. He had to do something in that fight because Angulo was coming on and Angulo was landing shots. I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, he wasn't winning running away.
Nothing for Sutton says if Canelo steps with Lara and throws, Lara's gonna get his jaw blown out. Yeah, fucking right.
It's possible.
Man, you guys, yo, I'm not losing.
I think you're underestimating Canelo's skills, man.
Ale Boumbaye, thank God that niggas seen another day.
Yo, we taking this victory, baby. We taking this victory. We definitely taking this one. Let's take it to the streets, man. There's a lot of guys out there. Phone lines is lit up. It's looking like.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Yeah, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up.
619, what's up? What can I get you?
Yeah, what's up, man? That's Ali, man, from Dago, San Diego. But nah, man, I'm hella pumped up for this fight, man. About to have a big ass fight party. But I'm gonna take Lara in this fight. But like you said earlier, I'm nervous about this fight too, because I can see Canelo really hurting Lara. So I wouldn't be surprised if he really hurts him. But I'm going to take Lara because of his boxing ability, but it's just kind of hard to not see Lara not getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo hits very hard, so I can't see him avoiding every punch Canelo throws, so that's why I'm kind of nervous. Once he really gets hit with a big shot, I can see him getting really hurt. But like I said, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to go with Lara by decision.
All right. Well, Vic, that's definitely one for the
American dream.
Actually, make that two, because I'm picking my boy. 619, thanks for calling in, brother. We're going to get back to you. We're going to place you on hold. You can continue to listen. 301, live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Ooh, they're about to get real this weekend, man. This Q from Maryland.
What's going on, baby?
Hello? Yeah, man, I just got finished watching the final press conference. Lara gonna tap that ass this weekend.
Woo!
Lara is gonna whip that ass this weekend, and you could tell, like, you can just watch from the all access, like Lara's gonna whip his ass. He got more movement, counter punching skills. He's faster than Canelo. And have you ever noticed that Canelo, he never works on his movement, like as like his footwork and not, like he's always flat-footed. He's always flat-footed.
Yo, did you see that fucking pad work in episode 2? Yo, it was so, like, choreographed, that shit, man. I mean, and I know that pad work is that, but, man, that shit looked robotic as hell to me.
And that's what I'm saying. But every time he, like, and I always notice every time he's, like, doing his pad work, his feet is always stuck. Like, it's like, it never moves. Like, they never work on his footwork. And I think, I honestly see it being like Mayweather Canelo. I really do. Lara's going to be on his toes. He's going to just outbox him. And Lara, he hits harder than Mayweather. So I really could see Lara hurting Canelo. And like, have you seen on All Access episode 1 when Oscar De La Hoya was in Canelo camp and he was talking to Eric Gomez and he was like trying to convince himself that Canelo, oh, he's strong. Oh, he's just strong. He's very strong. Like, he was trying to convince himself that Canelo was going to win the fight. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I definitely noticed that, man. Those 2 episodes was very telling, but Lara did look good, and Canelo as well. Canelo looks strong.
He do. But I like how Ronnie Shields, how him and I forgot the conditioner's name. What was his name? I forgot his name. But they was watching Canelo's tape with Trout and just telling me, basically saying how, you know, Canelo's a one-dimensional fighter and whatnot. And I don't know, man. I honestly, Lara's gonna whip his ass.
Well, 3-1.
That's two.
Thanks for calling in, brother. And thanks for making it
American dream.
You love that. How come you got a Canelo one, man? You're so American dream biased right now.
Yo, I got a Canelo one, baby. I'm looking for it. I want to put them together so I don't have to go back and forth. But I got one. I know I have one. Let me see. 718. You're live on the Boxer Voice. Who's this?
Yo, Ness, what up, though, Ness?
What up, Bounce?
Hey, yo, what's good, man? What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I'm
hey,
hoping
Vic,
Lara
what's
takes
good,
it.
Man? Yo, listen, man. Hey, yo, man, I'm glad y'all on, man. Yo, we missed, man. I missed y'all, man. Word. But yeah, get into this boxing, Lara, man. I got Lara all day, man.
UB, hold up.
Alright.
You ain't subscribed to us because we did a show yesterday too.
You did?
Yeah, you got to check your podcast. I don't know how you listen to us, but we got another one on there we did yesterday, all about Sergio Martinez, Hall of Fame. All right, but go ahead, go with your call, baby.
Yeah, all right, my bad. I'm gonna get all that hooked up. Yeah, but I got Lara, man, cause I looked at the All Access, my brother, and Canelo looked drained out again. He's flat-footed, man. He ain't got no lateral movements, man. He's gonna get beat up, man. Lara gonna counter him, move around, and if he try to bum rush him, like try to cut the ring off, he gonna get tired. He don't got no stamina. Lara, listen, Canelo do whatever he want in his camp. I read something about in his camp. He stops working when he feel like it. And, he's not really putting his all into this fight. I don't think, man. This is what I read, something like that. I don't know if y'all read it. He don't really he ain't training. They scared to tell him to train or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but
I don't know.
I don't know. He looked like he was listening to what they were doing in All Access, but then again, that's for TV.
I'm talking about behind the scenes, my brother.
I mean,
but anyway,
you could tell Chavez wasn't caring about anything.
Lara all day. Lara got this, man.
I mean, it's different. You could tell Chavez wasn't training. I don't think you could tell Canelo wasn't training through these All Access. I don't know, man.
But I'm just saying though, like, he better not take Lara trained hard for this fight. Ronnie Shields got Lara on that real training. He ain't playing no games. And Golden Boy, man, I feel sorry for De La Hoya, man, because this is the only man he got, man. I don't know what Al Heyman and them niggas doing to man, but I feel sorry for De La Hoya, man, because after this, man, if Alvarez, he only 23 though, but if he lose, that's 200, man. Wow, that's all I got to say, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna call back in because I got other things to say. I'm gonna let y'all just go, man. But bet on Lara. I got Lara for that bread. Believe that.
All right.
So what is it? 4-0 callers?
4-0. I gotta ring the bell again.
I don't want this to be Cotto Martinez, Provatnikov, Algieri. I picked Cotto. I picked Algieri. I picked him.
Yo, I don't give a fuck about that. That was the past. That was June, and before was the first half of the season, baby. This is a whole nother fucking ballpark right here.
You guys are done. I'm taking
I know
over.
my
I'm taking over.
personalities.
I'm taking over with the Cinnamon Don. Yeah.
Hey man, you know we ain't hit Canelo shit yet, man. We ain't hit Canelo shit.
It's all right. I mean, hey, who's undefeated in the big fights? This guy right here.
724, you're live.
Yo. Yeah, this Dark Side from DC.
What's up, brother?
What's up?
What's going on? Talk to us.
I just want to comment on this Lara Canelo fight. So interesting side. First of all, I think I'm really I'm impressed with Canelo though, because I mean, if you look at his last couple of fights, he's not just fighting bums, you know. Really, his last easy fight was probably Josito Lopez. I mean, he's really stepped it up on his competition, so I definitely got to respect him for that, because he didn't have to fight Lara. He could have took an easier fight. So I mean, I definitely got a lot of respect for Canelo. But I mean, really, it's a pick 'em fight. It's cool. I mean, I guess you could base on your choice on like the body of work. But I think right now, it's really hard to like say, okay, this guy's gonna win, this guy's gonna win. I think right now, if Canelo, if he can adjust this fight, Canelo has a good chance of winning. One of the things Canelo messed up, he tries to box people, and that's like when he fought Mayweather, he was trying to box Mayweather, which was dumb. And he didn't adjust when he was losing. So if Canelo can adjust, because Laura's gonna make him adjust. So if Canelo can adjust, he has a good chance of winning. But Lara, I mean, technically, obviously, we all know Lara is really a superior technician. So Lara, he also has the potential to pretty much dictate how the fight goes. So I mean, honestly, it's a pick 'em fight. I can't really pick one fight or another, but I mean, I definitely predict it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like Trout Lara.
Gun to your head, who you picking?
Nah, brother. Hold on.
Gun to your head, who you picking?
Wait a minute, Vic. Is this your first time calling in DC?
Yeah, this is my first time calling.
No wonder. You a virgin. Okay, so the rules are you have to make a pick here, brother. You need a gun to your head? Okay. No problem. I can help you with that.
If I had to make a pick, I'd probably go with Canelo.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with Canelo.
Give me the soundbite. Come on.
¿Quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
Oh, man. El gallo. 2 for the gallo. How many was that for me, Vic?
You got like 5. Hey, I was born ready.
No problem.
Hey, man, I hope you continue to call in, brother. We just popped your cherry. Vic, so how many is that?
I think only one caller sided with me, so I guess it's 5-1, 4-1.
5-2, because yours.
We're counting each other. All right, so it's 5-2.
253. You're live in a boxing voice. Who's this?
What up, Ness? It's Winnie from Tacoma, Northwest.
What's up, brother?
I'm going Canelo by knockout or robbery.
¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
I was born ready. Let's go.
Man. I feel like
knockout or robbery, though.
You think robbery?
Sweet.
What's that?
I said, is that it? You keeping it short and sweet?
No, and I need to tell you I'm puffing on some UW. Last time I called in, I was on that old shit, so I got some better shit today.
All right. I guess it's too fucking good because it made you pick the wrong fucking guy. But thanks for calling in, brother. 214. You're live in the boxing voice. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Bright Kid from Texas, yo. What's up, guys?
Bright Kid, what it do?
What it do, man? I got Canelo winning in a close decision, man. I think he's gonna pull it out.
Man, you guys are getting smarter and smarter. As the calls go on, you guys get smarter and smarter. I like this.
Let me play this little dumbass rooster shit.
¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
What's that now, Vic?
It's 5-4. It's 5-4. We're catching up.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. Where y'all Lara fans at, man? Anyway, Bright Kid, that's all you got for us?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make it short. I'm excited for this fight, man.
All right, brother. 973, you're live on the Boxer Voice. Who's this?
Yo, this is just Ozzy. What up, Ness?
What up?
Chilling. Yo, this is me with the Challenger on Twitter.
Oh, cool. What's going on, baby?
Calling the first of all, I want to touch on what the brother was saying a couple calls back about Canelo doing what he wants to do. I did hear about that. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was reported by Dante Williams, and it was said that a trainer that they brought a trainer in to help out, and that trainer left. And you want to stay anonymous, but he spoke on the fact the reason why he left is because Canelo dictated everything in his camp. He kept firing, sending home the sparring partners, and he was doing what he wanted to do, and he didn't look sharp. So the trainer decided this guy's not serious, so I'm going to step aside. So I believe that's what he was referring to. But now let's jump into my predictions. I'm going to go with Lara for the simple fact that he's better technician. He has good power. He's been in there with the better competition outside of Mayweather. If you look at Canelo, yeah, he got skills. He can do it, but he doesn't know how to use it, and his corner doesn't know what the fuck to tell him when he gets in the rough spots. You look back on the Floyd fight, like, they didn't know what the fuck to do. They didn't give him no good advice, nothing. Like, he got talent. Yeah, he can do it on a speed bag. He can do it on Angulo, who's just standing there with him, who's not going to give him angles, who's not going to use his footwork. Yeah, against those type of opponents, he'll show his skills. But against someone that can actually box, move, either from the waist, move their head, or use their feet, he's not going to know what to do. He's not going to know how to adjust, and his corner don't know how to tell him to adjust. His corner's incompetent. His loyalty to that corner is going to fuck his career up pretty much.
Well, 973, thanks for calling in. I'm going to see you on the highway. And thank you for picking Lara, because now we get to
American Dream.
That's fucking right. Vic, what's the count? 6-4?
6-4.
6-4. Okay. This is Louisiana. He's on the check-in. He can't call in. We're going to accept his pick as if it was a call because, some guys have to work. You met Louisiana in Texas at O'Brien's bar with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, he can't call in. He's picking Lara by TKO 9. This is the only second true junior middleweight Canelo has fought. The Trout fight was very close. Lara is levels above Trout, obviously. Unlike Mayweather, Lara may be able to hurt Canelo. So make that 7, baby.
American Dream, baby. You know what this is.
All right. Let me see. Alumni are up. Time to get him in. Let me see. Where's this guy? And I kind of don't like.
If I was at the club, I balled. Chemo.
Fucking moved to Dubai and shit, and he's walking around with his nose in the air.
Is he out there? Where you at, Chemo?
Oh, I never unmuted him. My bad, Chemo.
What's happening, boys?
Fumbling
what up?
Over here. Fumbalooski. What's up, brother? Talk to me, man. I know you're going Canelo, man. I seen you fucking retweeting bullshit all day, all fucking week. So let's go, man. Let me hear it.
All right. I think this is a very close fight, guys. I mean, to be honest, the only reason I'm going with Canelo is I probably have a worse prediction record than Rod Salka at the moment. And I just, I'm fucking gonna go with Jose, man.
Wait. What you say?
Rod Salka.
My record with predictions is worse than Rod Salka's record at the moment. It's fucking shit. I'm losing every boxing match almost, man. I've gotten so much wrong. It's incredible.
I can't believe you disrespecting Rod Salka like that. The lightning.
It's the lightning rod. Rod the bod. You ain't know?
I can't believe it. Yo, Lightning Rod is coming on at 9 o'clock, my friend. He's coming on at 9 o'clock. We're going to address all those jerk-offs like you that are taking shots at him.
Yeah, you should get your boy on. That's what you should do and fucking grill him.
Grill him for
Not
what?
Mr. Salka.
Grill him for what? Doing what Canelo did with Matthew Hatton, with...
Oh, come on. We're far past that, though. We're far past that, Nance.
With fucking Alonzo Gomez.
I bet he doesn't go back to that anymore, though.
You don't know.
Hey, Ness,
after Saturday's ass whooping.
After he won Saturday, he's not going back to that. He's proven to you guys. The dude's proven to you guys. I want you to fight Trout. I'm gonna fight Trout. I want you to fight Lara. I'm fighting Lara. Give the man his just due.
Yeah, man, we got to give Canelo a lot of credit, dude. I mean, he's really stepping up. And as they say, you're only as good as your last fight. And he's fighting Arislandi fucking Lara. But, yo, I think this is a very close fight. I think this fight will be almost like 80% determined on footwork, man. Because a lot of people have said already that Canelo, he needs to set his feet to throw his punches. You know, he's kind of stationary. Lara is a good mover, but... You know, Abe has said this for a very long time on Twitter as well, man. Lara is not as defensively sound as people make him out to be. The guy can be hit. If a slow plotter like Angulo can get to him, I mean, don't underestimate Canelo's hand speed as well. I think he can get to him. I think he can drop him. And if you put a lot of money on this, Ness, I would be careful with this, because if this is going to the judges and it's close, Lara is not getting that decision, and I think you know that, man. So I don't know how much money you put on this shit, but you gotta watch out, man.
I know that the Al Heyman fighter is Lara. I know.
Yeah, but there's a lot more money at stake with Canelo, man.
I know that clearly there's a rift. We've seen that with Richard Schaefer leaving. No one knows what Al Heyman's gonna do. So I don't see why, why is this in his best interest for Canelo to win? I don't think I have to worry about judges.
Yo, all I'm going to say is Mayweather and Canelo. Remember the draw that was scored? I mean...
Who won?
Fuck, man.
Who won?
No, I know Mayweather won, but I'm just saying that scorecard in itself was fucking, abysmal.
Yeah, well,
shit.
Team Canelo didn't buy enough judges.
Well, he was fighting Floyd. He wasn't fighting Lara. I mean, it's a whole different ball.
His first was fucking 4 times more.
I'm hearing here and there that there's talks of fucking Judah Broner going on. Is this true, guys? Have you heard anything about this?
I heard the rumors.
I've seen some Twitter rumors. But that's Twitter.
Yeah, I seen Broner, Matisse, all this funny shit, whatever, man. I hope they give us something that good, because this is all I'm looking forward to. Everything else is probably on HBO.
Yeah, I really hope that shit doesn't happen, man, because then Showtime is really going down the drain. But yo, thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the show, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that Rod Salka interview, man. It's gonna be exciting.
Rod the bod, baby.
You better fucking believe it. Yo, this sport was built on guys like Rod Salka getting opportunities. Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson.
Stop it.
Come on. Stop what? Stop what, Vic? Stop what?
It, dude.
Now,
stop it.
Algiri Povatnikov.
Yeah, bro. Algiri has been on our TV. Algiri beat Taylor. We didn't think he was going to beat Taylor.
Salka's last 2 fights have been.
What weight were they, though? What weight were they?
135.
All right, and where's he going now? He goes from fighting at 135 to fighting the 140-pound king.
Oh, so what's the difference between Adrian Broner jumping up to 147 and Rod Salka jumping up from 135 to 140?
Adrian Broner fought Paulie Malignaggi. Big difference. Danny Garcia holds the lineal crown. He is the junior welterweight champion of the world. He doesn't have a belt. Let's be real here.
Boxing is built around opportunities. If you can take advantage of it, you take advantage of it. Bottom line.
All right, you say so.
Bottom line, man. All right, let's take it back out to the streets. Let me see. Jim Grills, what's good, baby?
Hey, hi, Ness.
What's up, brother?
I just want to thank you guys for posting that article I did on Canelo and Lara too before I start.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Keep us sending. We're gonna keep on posting.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously I'm with Lara on this one.
Time to bring the motherfucking. Hold on, because the chorus is in cue.
American dream.
Yo, I fucking play that soundbite and I get the Holy Spirit running through me. I feel like I'm in church right now.
Yeah.
So why are you picking Lara? Why are you picking Lara?
Why am I picking Lara?
Yeah.
Well, look, when another caller just called up before and they were like, oh, look, they didn't know why Canelo fought the way he did against Mayweather. He shouldn't fight like that. He shouldn't be boxing. But, I mean, that's what he always does. For some reason, people seem to think he's like some pressure fighter who's going to go out there and cut the ring off and go after people. But he's never done that. That's not his style. Like, he's a boxer with a punch. Half the time he likes to actually counter. And, like, you see him go forward and he can have guys backing up. And he'll take a few steps back, wait for them to come at him and he'll counter. He's a boxer. That's, you know, like, he's a boxer-puncher. He's not going to be a pressure fighter who's going to be cutting off the ring and doing stuff like that. And the thing is, like, you know, Canelo did have trouble with Trout. And I actually thought that Trout won that fight, to be completely honest. Which some people did. Some people didn't think that. And I know they're not the same fighter, but I mean, there's enough similarities that I think it's fair to say if you're going to have trouble with one, you're probably going to have trouble with the other. Trout spends a lot more time in the pocket, which favors Canelo because he likes to fight mid-range. That's what he does. And like that shot that he dropped Trout with, that straight right down the pipe, that's not going to happen with Lara because Lara uses like 90% of Lara's defense is his legs. He uses his legs constantly. He's moving around a lot more than Trout did. Trout did stay there in the pocket and, you know, stayed trading mid-range. But Canelo's not going to be able to get combinations off. He's going to be chasing him around. He's going to be reduced to single shots, and a lot of the time he's not going to land him. Lara's just going to be moving around. He's going to be fucking smashing him with that left hand, and I think Canelo's going to get very frustrated. And like someone mentioned earlier, you know, his corner doesn't know how to come up with a plan B. They don't know how to make adjustments in there. I actually honestly think that Canelo will probably get hurt at some stage and possibly go down because when Lara can sit down on his shots and really start to tee off, he's got a bit of pop.
Well, Jim, I couldn't have said it any better myself. That makes it 7-4, right, Vic? Jim, thanks for calling in. I'm going to get to some other callers.
Hey,
I'm going to place
It's 8-5, Ness. 8-5.
Sorry, mate. I just wanted to say that, you know, I still do think Canelo does have an opportunity. I think the majority of the rounds he's going to lose. He's going to have a hard time. But if Lara does make mistakes, I think he would be there to capitalize. And, like, he gets low quite often. He gets really low. And that's where he got caught the first time with Angulo. Was when he was on his back to the ropes and he was getting low, and a lot of times you'll see him when someone does close the distance when he's getting low like that, he'll just clinch really low. But he didn't get a chance to do that, and he was coming up, and that's when Angulo caught him with that first shot. But he shouldn't be on the ropes. So I don't really see Canelo getting him on the ropes, but because he relies on his legs so much, you know, he can get caught. His defense is leaky, like someone mentioned before. His defense is leaky at mid-range, and his inside game's almost non-existent. But, you know, I don't see it coming to that. I think he's going to be able to use his legs, and he's not going to be able to be hit, basically.
How about Lara and getting hit with body shots? I think that's going to be a clear factor here in this fight. I don't know about you guys. I don't think he defends his body well.
I think the body shots will be a factor, and like that's what that was a major part of my keys to victory for Canelo, was to target the body. It's going to be an easy target, and he is so slender to the body, you know, I mean, really take his legs out from underneath him. But I don't know. I think Canelo will get frustrated and probably just go headhunting, and I don't see him having a very good night unless he can capitalize on a mistake and turn the fight around.
Well, Jim, we agree. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to place you on hold. You can continue to listen. 714, you're live on Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Yo, it's Javier from Anaheim.
Javier, what up?
Yo, I got Canelo.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like your last boy said, Lara does use his legs a lot, but I don't think he's as quick as Mayweather was. And I was watching the fight yesterday, the Mayweather fight with Canelo, and yeah, he lost basically every single round, but I still didn't think he did that bad in losing the round. I mean, they were still pretty close rounds. I mean, and
hey, Javier,
the areas where
Javier, isn't that an oxymoron? You just said
no.
He lost every single round, but he didn't really look that bad.
No, come on. I mean, you can lose 12 rounds but still be sort of competitive in the rounds, though. Come on, man. I thought a lot of the rounds. I didn't give him the rounds, but I thought he did pretty good in the rounds either way. I didn't feel like fucking Mayweather just completely dominated him every single minute of the round either, you know. But but either what I was getting to though was what I was getting to is because Canelo likes to counterpunch, I guess. When Mayweather, every time I saw that when Mayweather was going to lead with something, Canelo usually tried to catch him with that either that uppercut or that hook, or that left hook. And I think Lara's just slow enough to where Canelo can actually land those punches on him. Because, I mean, he does move. I just don't think he's quick enough to get out of the way on all the punches. And eventually something's going to get through. But I think the result, though, I think Lara's going to win a little bit more of the rounds, but I think that Canelo's going to be able to drop him at least twice in this fight. So that's why I got Canelo.
All right, Javier.
Fair points. Fair points. I agree with him.
¿Quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
So what we got? What we got? Let's keep this tight. 8-6?
8-6. It's getting closer.
So far, what is it? So far, with it being 8-6, it's about a 58% to 30-something, right?
42. 58, 42.
212, New York City. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Yo, what up, man? This is Danny from Harlem.
Danny, what up?
Yo, right off the back, let me just say I'm picking Lara by a split decision, but it's really gonna be a unanimous. But they're gonna try to do some bullshit like the Mayweather fight.
American Dream.
Preach, Danny.
Yo,
preach.
I want to ask you, do you guys know what's the ring size for this fight?
Mm-mm.
You see, but this is the thing, right? Canelo just strikes me as a person that he's not gonna bitch for that, because he could have got a catch weight. Instead, he got a pound up, not a pound down. He's not gonna try and make the ring any smaller, none of that. He's a really, that's what I like. He's just a really balls to the wall type of dude, but I just think Lara's the better boxer.
Yeah, I think for Lara to win this fight, I think he got to go to Canelo's body. It's like I've never really seen a fight where people really concentrate on going to Canelo's body or really slow him down, because he does tend to gas out in the middle and late rounds.
Well, Lara goes to the body. He shoots straight lefts to the body. He digs to the body with the right hand. So we're gonna see him go to the body. It's just what's gonna make the difference is when he goes into attack. If Canelo can hit him in there, then you know he's gonna stay on the outside. But if he could get in and out with success, he's gonna be fucking Canelo up to that body.
And one more thing I want to say is a lot of people calling, the ones that I do picking Canelo are saying by knockout, but I think Canelo power is a little overhyped. He doesn't have like that one punch knockout, and he doesn't have the power to really change the whole fight entirely, because we seen him drop Trout, but Trout kept coming forward and kept fighting. It's not like he's gonna knock him down. It's like a Cotto Martinez fight. You understand?
Yeah. Well, Danny, oh, you got something else?
Yeah, that Canelo, he tends to throw the same combinations over and over again, like in the Angulo fight. It was like the same shit over and over again. I think Lara could catch on to that and counterpunch.
Well, you didn't really have to switch it up because those counters were landing. Why switch it up when you don't have to?
Yeah, but Vic, he got tired in that fight too. He fought off the ropes. I watched that fight last night, and he fought off the ropes, and he was baiting Angulo in. Yeah, that could be said that he was baiting him in so they could exchange, but at the same time, he's also getting a rest by leaning on them ropes. But Danny, I'm gonna get to some other callers, brother. Thanks for calling in. Vic, we have that ready. You wanna go ahead and play the 10 count for Big CK?
You know what? Let's do that at the end of the show, man. End of the show.
All right, remind me then.
I got you.
Let me see. Oh, there's some things that we need to talk about. So the purses. Ready for the bullshit of the day. Bullshit of the day goes out to Abner Mares. He's gonna be fighting on the Canelo undercard. He's making $400,000. Jonathan Quindo gets 50 G. Juan Manuel Lopez. He's been successful in Las Vegas. He's looking to be successful again. He's making $125,000. And his opponent Francisco Vargas is making $75,000.
That's gonna be the best fight on the card, I think. That's gonna be fun.
Johan Perez, 100 G's. Mauricio Herrera, only 125, and he's not signed to Al Heyman. It's not
bad to open pay-per-view though. It's not bad.
Big, this is probably better for you to pronounce. Your guy Kamade.
Koki Kameda.
Yeah.
Or is it Koki? Fuck, my bad. It's Koki or Tomoki?
Tomoki.
Oh, there we go. My bad. Koki's I can't pronounce the other guy's name. Good luck with that.
But his opponent is Pangunlangjong Sor Singginu.
Why'd you even try?
Because I knew it was going to sound funny as hell. And at the end of the day, why not fuck up some motherfucking
Chinese boxing? I have heard that Chinese boxing lacks any real power.
I think he's from Thailand, I think, though.
Honestly, above 130 is when they lack the power and shit. But he's making 40 G's. So that's going to go a long way in Thailand, I bet. We were talking Chris Algieri getting that golden ticket, that Willy Wonka golden chocolate bar.
Oh, man.
And he did it. He lived his Rocky Eye of the Tiger moment with Ruslan. Now he's getting a Pacquiao fight. They're in talks. I'm pretty sure he's not going to say no. Why would you? Most money you're going to make. And it's Pacquiao. If you lose to Pacquiao, it's no big deal. But the fight's going to happen in Macau, Vic. Are they going with Algieri first as a first option because bigger names just don't want to go to Macau anymore? Timothy Bradley said he doesn't want to go to Macau. Marquez said he doesn't want to go to Macau. So is it the Macau thing?
I think it's the Macau thing, and I think Juan Manuel Marquez is going to want a hell of a lot more money. And Tim Bradley just lost to him. And, I mean, what are you going to throw a Brago in there? It's the shrinking pool of 140 to 147-pound fighters that Pacquiao can fight. So I think it's a combination of all that stuff. And the fact that, they say the Cold War is over, but what I'm still seeing the same fights being proposed. 2 leagues, 2 different, there's the Mayweather League, there's the Pacquiao League. That's what I'm seeing so far.
Well, Joe DeGuardia said that he spoke to Algieri to go over various deal points, including a 7-figure offer on Wednesday.
I heard the initial offer was just above $1 million. So maybe he's holding out for. I mean, I'm not saying holding out, but maybe he's trying to negotiate something closer to $2 million.
Well, Arum and DeGuardia both said that they hope to wrap up the deal by early next week.
I mean, I know a lot of people aren't gonna be interested in this fight. I mean, it's a fight for me because it's on pay-per-view. Obviously, I think Algieri, he beat Ruslan. We wanted to see Ruslan Pacquiao. Ruslan won. I mean, the sizzle isn't there for an Algieri fight, but I mean, he did kind of earn that fight. I mean, I don't know if you want to say earn, but I mean, of all those options right there, I mean, who are you going to pick from that pool? Especially if Marquez isn't going to go to Macau and he's going to want $10 million.
I'll save you the drama, dude. I'm not upset. I'd rather get something new. I'd just rather get something fucking new. Let's take it back out to the streets. Let me see. We did Jim Grills, let me see, maybe 204, 240? 240, you're live in the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
What's up, Ness? What's up, guys? This is the Gringo. I've been calling y'all from all kinds of crazy numbers. 240-443-301. But,
Man, you on the run?
I got a couple questions real quick before I put in my Canelo pick. Why do you think that no fighters really want to be trained by Ann Wolf?
I don't know about not wanting to be trained by her. She has a big stable of young fighters. We just don't know them because they're not on TV. But
I'll tell you why, because she sends you to hell and back. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean,
ain't that many fighters that are built to go through Ann Wolf's training camp.
Like with Kirkland, I mean, he gets rocked, and he comes back ferocious. I mean, I don't understand why more fighters wouldn't want that training method. It seems like it's very effective, especially when Kirkland's head is on the shoulders.
I agree. I mean, Kirkland starts off slow, man. If you don't take him out early, you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble.
Right. I mean, that the Japanese guy who knocked him out. I mean, I really feel Ann Wolf was in the corner. He would have got up and came back at him, but that's for another day. Why do you think?
I mean, that's also Joe Cortez, using the 3 knockdown rule to end the fight. I don't even think Kirkland was really hurt in that fight, but.
Right. Right. Me too. But why do you think more established fighters wouldn't want to take that route?
Because it's just a crazy ass camp, man. That's some shit you got to be built for, man. And James Kirkland, man, he's an animal. He's a caged animal, and that's what Ann Wolf has over there.
Very true. Very true. All right, and I'm taking Canelo Alvarez. With Ness's streak that he's on, there ain't no way in the world I would take him out.
The curse of Nestor Gibbs strikes again.
Yo, what's
and I
your
tell
name?
you, I went back last night after Thomas Hearns and Ray Leonard first fight, and I really think this fight this weekend is going to be the same way. I really think Canelo's going to be the boxer and Lara's going to be the aggressor. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it, and I got Canelo by a very disputed decision, to be honest with you. I think we're going to get a bunch of calls on Sunday talking about Lara won the fight, but hey, I just really feel like it's in Vegas. The Mexican crowd is going to be overwhelming, and everything Canelo does is going to be, screamed, yell about. All the females will be jumping out the seats like they got hot pants, which they do for the man, and I just got Canelo. Probably by, like I said, a very disputed majority decision.
State your name. We need this on the record. What's your name?
Well, they call me the Gringo, but my name's Dave.
Dave,
I actually posted something on y'all's YouTube account last night talking about did the show change to Wednesday night, and somebody responded to me from the Boxing Voice.
I responded to you. Okay, so I know where to find you now because. But thanks for calling in. But Vic, for bringing up the curse, I'm gonna find him.
I will find him.
Once Laura wins, he will pay for that. He will. Speaking of the curse, huh? The Sandsman himself. What's up, brother?
Hey guys, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm 2 days away from absolute vindication, man. Canelo's gonna be on top again, man. I can't wait. I think he's gonna badly beat Lara, man. I think Lara is an overhyped Trout, man. I think he's gonna do the same thing. I think Canelo's gonna beat him up.
I would just picture you what you'd be saying, Ness, if that would have been Angulo who would have knocked down Canelo 2 times, and Lara would have made easy work of him, man. You'd be talking shit out your ass, man. You know, so I'm here to play an angle, man, and you're reaching, man.
My friend, you don't score fights. Vic is a guy who's always been neutral. Vic's a guy who's always been neutral, and he even said he had Lara up by 1 round. You're gonna say now you're just gonna call in and say he was whooping his ass? What are you talking about?
Well, I had him up by 1 point, so I think I gave him 3 more rounds. The 2 knockdowns played in. But I mean, it's a close fight.
You gotta. If a fighter goes in and knocks another fighter down, there's huge flaws in this game, man. Especially a fighter that's shown to be shit like Angulo has, man. After Angulo got out of deportation or whatever he was in, man, he was junk. He was garbage. So for Lara to be considered this great pound for pound and to have struggled with Angulo and got knocked down twice and been exposed by him, man, I think that shows great weaknesses on Lara's game. And had it been Canelo who would have got knocked down twice, he'd be talking shit.
I'm glad your little casual fan ass believes the hype and believes the Angulo fucking comparison, because it is not. The true comparison, my friend, is southpaw versus orthodox fighter. And the fact of the matter is, when Canelo fought Trout, we had a lot of people call here Sunday saying they thought Trout won. A caller today felt Trout won. Lara's a better southpaw than Trout. I'm sorry to tell you that. But we'll see Sunday, my friend. We'll see. Just don't hide, because I'm finding all of you guys.
Don't forget the wager we have. Don't forget the side wager we have going there, Nats, right?
Dude, I don't have to worry about it. You want me to prove to you that I know exactly what you're talking about?
Okay, we rolling. You ain't popping no champagne. You ain't popping no champagne. You ain't hopping no damn plane. Okay, we rolling.
Yo, them sound bites say
that's it, man.
They're not going anywhere, brother. Canelo won't win.
What's the bet? You got to get rid of the Danny Garcia soundbite?
Yeah, he wants me to get rid of the Garcia soundbites.
You can't never get rid of those, man. Come on.
Yo,
I might have to stop this bet, man.
Yo, it doesn't even matter, Vic, because I got the new one.
American.
All my boys is in action, baby.
It's the illest nigga in Nebraska.
What you talking about? I'm back, baby. I'm fucking back. Terrence Crawford whooped Dan Bo's ass.
Just for the record, man, there's only one dream, and it's the Dominican one, man, you know? So whatever, man, he's going to get his ass whooped. Canelo's going to kick some ass. And Ness, you know what?
Hey, Jose,
you've been talking all this shit about Lara.
Jose, you broke up.
What's up?
You broke up. What did you say? You broke up.
Oh, I said there's only one dream, man, and that's the Dominican dream. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Anyway, man, have fun, and then Sunday you're going to do the same as always, man. You're going to have a sad little voice, and you're going to say, oh, you don't know what happened, and you know what, everyone's going to call in and secretly support you, but know deep in their minds, man, that every day that goes by, every fight that passes by, man, your credibility goes down and down, man. So,
hey, Jose.
We'll see what happens.
It's all good, brother.
What's up?
I still love you. It's all good.
Love you too, man. I love you too, man. It's all good. All right, boys. Take it easy, man.
All right.
Have a good one, baby. What was that, 9-7? 9-7?
9-7. And let me play your rooster.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
9-7, baby. 9-7 and 5-1-7. You're live. Who you picking? 5-7-1. I'm sorry. 5-7-1. Maybe I said.
Oh yeah, Ness, what's good, man? That's me, man. It's L. What's up,
L,
DMV?
what up?
Yeah, you said 5-7-1, bro. That's my fault, man. I didn't even hear what you said.
Hey, Vic, you spelling me L, right? You was in DC with me?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, L, what's good, man? Oh fuck,
yeah.
It's another Canelo.
Hey, y'all know I'm going with Canelo, man. Me and my brother picking Canelo, man.
Yo, tell your brother his pick don't fucking count unless he say it on the show.
Yeah, bro. Nah, just count it as one, man. We're twins anyways. But look, man, I ain't got nothing to worry about, man. The only thing I'm worried about is Canelo tries to outbox Lara. That's it. Straight up. I mean, other than that, the body punch and the power is just going to be too much for Lara.
I don't know, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I was waiting for Vic to agree with you because you know I'm not believing that bullshit. I don't know nothing about too quick for Lara. That's what you said?
Canelo's pretty fast, man. Canelo's got hand speed, dude.
It's going to be too much for Lara.
Yeah, I am afraid of the power. You guys are hearing me say it, so Sunday don't call in talking shit. I am
Ness,
afraid.
but don't forget about the body, man. Lara can't take it to the body.
Yeah, but Canelo can't get to that body, man. He can't get to that body. He gonna get counted.
Ness, we're going to see Saturday, bro.
We will. We will.
Yeah, man, that's really all I got, man. I just want to give him my official pick. I'm going with Canelo by stoppage.
Damn, stoppage, too.
I think he can do it, man. I think he can do it. I mean, I think he got a weak body and a weak chin, to be honest with you, man. I mean, what Angulo did? Come on, man. I'm just not trusting it. If it happened once, it can happen again.
Gobbler. Another Angulo hype gobbler, huh?
Oh, man. Nah, man, fuck all that, man. Canelo's a way better fighter than Angulo. All I'm saying is, if it happened once in the ring, it can happen again. If Canelo gets to that body and Lara's doing all that movement, he's going to get tired. And then later rounds, he's going to get tired. He's going to be worn out. And then once Canelo gets to that chin, it's done. That's just my opinion. That's just how I look at it. I mean, if Angulo can do it, come on. We know Canelo fast.
Yeah, but Canelo doesn't fight like Angulo.
But like I said, my biggest concern, I just don't want him to try to outbox Lara. Get up in there, man. You know, rush him, you know. Just be aggressive. I mean, you don't got to be a Chavez Sr., but be aggressive. Press the issue, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. If he do that,
gonna happen, buddy.
Shit, he going to beat Lara.
It ain't going to happen, Al. I'm going to put you on hold, man. Listen, Vic. This is the thing that people are getting confused. Canelo doesn't fight like Angulo. And when he came in on Angulo, it's because he didn't have to worry about anything coming back because Angulo's shots are so wide. He's going to have a lot to worry about with Lara, man. I don't know. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. 951, you're live on the Boxing Voice. What's this? Whoa.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Whoa. 951. Roll your windows up. We're going to try that again. Oh,
hey, can you hear me? Is that okay?
It's a little better. What's up, brother?
All right. All these Canelo fans talking about him. Styles make fights. You know, you can't make the comparison with Angulo. It doesn't work, in my opinion. I'm taking Lara. I think Canelo is kind of inconsistent with his body attack anyway. So either he uses it a lot or he doesn't use it enough. So I don't know about the body attack. He's got to establish that early if he wants to win. But I'll take Lara. That's all.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, man. So, Vic, that's 10-8. I got to bring one for you.
¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
And one for me.
American Dream.
817. You're live. Who's this? 817. You're live. Going once. Going twice. Out of here. 718. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? Dre, what's good, baby? Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on? Oh, it's been a minute. What's going on, Vic, and everybody else on the show? Real quick to make the prediction. And my pick, it's a close fight. You know, it's not the obvious. I mean, that's why I'm looking forward to the fight. It's gonna be a very close fight, but I'm gonna lean towards Canelo. And Ness, I don't understand how you can't compare that Angulo Lara fight, but yeah, you'll compare the Trout Canelo fight. I mean, I'm not saying that Angulo's no Canelo nor vice versa, but it is clear that that Lara does get hit, as well as Canelo. That's why it's a very close fight. I just think that Canelo has more pop in it. He's more explosive than Lara. I wouldn't be surprised if Lara ends up outboxing the shit out of Canelo in a boring fight. because they're both counterpunchers. But if I had to pick somebody, I would say Canelo Alvarez on points. If anybody gets knocked out in this fight, it would be Canelo. I don't see Canelo knocking out Lara, but I do possibly see him outboxing Lara, possibly, depending on how the judges go too.
Now you asked me how could I compare Trout, Canelo, and not the Angulo fight. The reason is that Lara's a southpaw, and so is Trout.
Okay, hold on. Can I reply to that?
The Angulo fight. In that fight, that's when the cliche Styles makes fights comes into play, because Canelo doesn't fight like Angulo. Angulo took 3 punches in the face to land 2 or to land 1. Remember that. Canelo's not going to be just walking in carelessly. He thinks he's a boxer. You see him try to move. He even does shoulder rolls sometimes. You think he's just going to, yeah, Lara, hit me in the face. I'm going to get you against the ropes. That was Angulo's game plan. That's never been Canelo's game plan.
But Ness, Trout and Lara are totally different fighters. I feel that, listen, me personally, I felt that Trout won that fight. I'm one of those people that felt Trout won that fight, in my opinion.
Too.
But Lara is a different fighter. He's not no Trout. And I'm not saying that, like, oh, Trout's better, because personally, I don't think he's better than Trout. But there you go. That's what the styles. I remember when everybody was saying, oh, Cody's going to get washed up by a Southpaw Martinez because he lost to Austin Trout. No, Styles makes fights. Ronnie Lara's a boxer. He tries to outbox you. Sometimes Trout, he'll mix it up with you. He'll stand in front of you. That's why he had a lot of success with Canelo Alvarez, which is why I thought he won the fight by like a small margin. And I don't got my scorecards on me with that one, but I'm one of those people that thought Trout won that fight by like a round, if anything. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, I don't understand as far as, like, you could compare it with Trout, but not Angulo. But like I said, it's a very close fight. I wouldn't put money on this fight. Honestly, I don't even feel confident picking Canelo. But if I had to pick somebody, I would say it would be him. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Lara wins a fight or knocks him out.
All right, Jay, let me get to some other callers.
Fair assessment.
Let me ring the bell for you losers.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
Aquí está su gallo.
That little rooster gonna get plucked Saturday.
Crazy.
Plucked.
You crazy.
All right. 111111111. If you're calling in on Skype, you're live.
I'm not calling from Skype.
Okay. What's up, brother? Who's this?
No, Dimitri from Sweden.
Oh, Sweden, what up?
No, good stuff. Listen, let me just give you all the props for putting in an extra show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Man, we were dying out here, man. Look, I was like, man, when is this guy gonna put spontaneous show? That's a good one.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep doing that. Like, I was actually thinking of having you guys maybe email us suggestions for, random shows like that.
Please do.
No doubt. Well, you got the email, brother. If you got a topic, send it to us.
In these late hours. Listen, okay, just I don't want to hold the whole show up. I got Canelo.
Okay. What's that? 10-10, Vic?
We are tied up here.
10-10. Okay.
Ask me. I don't know. It's Canelo. I think he's got his manpower. I don't think he look. Lara cannot do anything better than Mayweather did. And listen, fool me once, fool me twice. This guy, look, he needs to revert to. I think he should just go and be a boxer puncher. That's what's up.
All right, Sweden. Well,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I think he's just too tough for Lara.
All right. Well, Saturday night, We'll find out Sunday night. You better call in to eat your crow. Let me see. We got 816. 816, you're live on the Boxing Voice.
Hey, I've been listening to your show for a while, and basically I wanted to tell you my pick on this fight, and I really think there's going to be a lot of controversy if it is a close fight, which I would expect naturally. But honestly, I really think I'd have to go with Canelo though on this one, and basically I'll tell you why. I think one of the things I noticed about boxing is you mostly have four big fighters that people pick and worship, and that's Floyd, Cotto, Alvarez, and Pacquiao. Those are the big four. And when you can't go against one of the four. All these guys have everyone on their side. And Alvarez is a huge draw. Like, people that don't watch boxing know who Alvarez is. Everybody knows who this guy is. And he's the meal ticket. And like what I could see happen, kind of like Froch Groves, I could see Lara being ahead and then getting wobbled or something in the later rounds, and then the ref calling off the fight. But I really think it'll either be a draw or a controversial win for Alvarez. I really think so.
So wait, you're picking Alvarez?
Yeah, by a controversial win, like basically like a robbery. Like I really think Lara. I picked Lara to win, but I think there's going to be so much. I think there's going to be so much rooting. So much rooting and so much brown nosing for Alvarez that he's going to win.
I understand that you're assuming that there's going to be a conspiracy theory and there'll be a robbery. So your official pick is Canelo Alvarez, either legitimately or by robbery.
Well, actually, okay, it would. I think it's going to be a controversial stoppage or a draw. Basically, I would pick. What's that?
But the win is for Canelo, right? I just want, because we're keeping a record. That's all, of how many people.
Yes, I would definitely have to say so. And I wanted to say another thing. As far as the curse, like everybody's talking about, you have. I don't buy that. It's like I don't really think you're cursed. I really think there's been a lot of fights this year that were basically surprising, because basically what happened was that I think there's just been a lot of upsets in in some of the lower tiers of boxing, not necessarily with the superstars, but in the lower tier, there's been a lot of upsets. And this may be a bad year so far, but it'll clear up. I really don't think there's a curse. But if anything, this fight could add on to it. If I was you, I would go ahead and go with Alvarez but say, but if I was you, I would say, hey, I'll go with Alvarez, but not because he actually won the fight, just because we're going by what the judges, what they're going to actually score it as.
Well, all right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. Vic, that makes it 11-10. You guys are finally in the lead.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
757. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Hey, what's up? This is Vic Legend. How y'all doing?
What up, Vic?
Brother, we're good.
Chilling, man. Chilling. Yeah, I can respect what the caller in front of you just speaking now, what he said as far as the judges. Every time Canelo throws combinations or anything like that, the crowd is gonna go crazy, and it seems like it don't matter whether they land or not. You know what I mean? When you have a machine outside of the ring that's behind you, like Canelo does, sometimes that can make judges see fights different. But as far as who's gonna win inside the ring that night, I'm pulling for Lara to win that.
Finally.
American Dream.
Dusty Rose don't even know who fucking Lara is, man.
Hey, Vic. It felt almost like forever since we got to play that, though. But it's 11-11 now, courtesy of 757.
Hey, Vic, why do you think he's going to win? Let me get your breakdown real quick before you go.
Well, I don't think Lara is getting enough credit for what he actually did to Angulo. He actually made Angulo quit, and I don't hear nobody talking about that. Canelo did not make Angulo quit.
That's a fair point.
And another problem I think a lot of people are not mentioning is that there was some shady negotiating going on into the buildup of that fight, where Lara didn't really get a chance to properly rehydrate, because he was under the impression that there was a no rehydration clause that they were both under, and then Angulo came in there nice and chubby. So, you know, Lara wasn't really rehydrated the way he wanted to be for that fight.
Yo, and everybody's talking about knockout by Canelo and all this shit. He hit Mosley with everything, the kitchen sink, the baby stroller, the frying pan, and didn't knock him out. And he did the same to Angulo and didn't knock him out. Angulo quit. He said he couldn't fight no more. He turned his back. There was no controversy. When they stopped the Canelo-Angulo fight, Angulo cried because he wanted to keep fighting.
Yeah, he definitely did. Lara punished Angulo.
He sure did. 757, man. I'm going to put you back on hold. Get on to some other callers here. 407. 407. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
What's going on? Calling from Gainesville, Florida, Boxing MD. You guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Talk to us.
All right, yeah. I mean, you guys are overrating the Austin Trout loss for Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I think that, if you remember in the fight, Canelo was really doing well in the beginning of the fight. And then after the 6-round knockdown, he was so far up on the open scoring that I think it was between weight training and lack of experience, he just coasted. And he still won the fight easily on scorecards. You can't blame him for, like, coasting if he's so far up on the scorecards and he's going to win no matter what. I mean, you don't factor that in at all to the Trout?
I do. I mean,
I had Trout up.
It certainly doesn't make for good theater when you know Canelo's up 7-8 rounds or whatever the score was. He doesn't have to push the pedal to the metal. He's winning. Why should he?
Yeah, it's a year and a half ago too. The kid is like, he was 22 then. He's 23 now. If you don't think he's exponentially getting better, and if you really want to analyze the Floyd fight, there's a lot of things, you know, who knows? But he's Floyd Mayweather. He's never lost. Like, it's hard to judge that fight. But like Lara, if Canelo pressures him and chooses not to box, he's gonna lose. There's no way Lara could stand there and take punishment from Canelo. And unless Canelo decides to, for some reason, box the entire fight, I don't see Canelo losing the fight. And I think he could stop him late due to overall damage. And also, you guys talk about like Shane Mosley. He had everything with Shane Mosley in the kitchen sink. Yeah, like, are you going to sit and say that like Shane Mosley's chin is
legendary? No one's ever stopped him. No one's ever stopped him, unless you count that Anthony Mundine bullshit. You're right.
And name another 154-pounder Shane Mosley fought.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought so.
Fought what?
He never fought another 154-pounder. He took far too much punches from a bigger man. What, Margarito fight was at 147, Vic.
Dude, he's got losses, I think, at 154.
Yeah, after Canelo. To Mundine.
No.
Yeah, but like, you have to understand that the damage that Canelo gave to him that fight wasn't career-changing. Like, he took really bad damage. Like, the way he was reacting from those punches. I mean, if you don't think his power is real, you could compare how he reacted to those punches compared to how other guys, like 5 pounds weight difference. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you don't see power in Canelo, I don't know really what you see. He has really quick hands for someone who hits that hard.
Bro, he fought, dude, Mosley fought Rinky Wright. He fought Fernando Vargas. He fought, I mean, the dude that beat him, Vernon Forrest. Weren't those fights? Well, Vernon Forrest was at probably welterweight. But weren't the other fights at 54? Fernando Vargas, Ricardo Mayorga, who else? He was at 54 before he came back down to fight Mayweather. He's taking punches from light middleweights.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I see Canelo stopping him late.
Mosley fought Vargas. Mosley fought Vargas. He fought. Who else did he fight? Fought Vargas. He fought. What did I just say? He fought Fernando Vargas. He fought somebody else at 54. He fought Ricardo Mayorga. He's been at 54 before that.
None of those guys hit him like Canelo.
I mean, you can make the case that Fernando Vargas could still punch.
None of them.
Yeah,
guys
but like,
hit him
what do you mean
Canelo.
by hit him? Like, have you seen Shane Mosley react the way that he did, like, you know, against Canelo?
I seen Shane Mosley get dropped by Pacquiao.
Yeah, but that's more sheer speed, dude. That's when Pacquiao was a buzzsaw, man.
Worse beating over the whole fight than he did against Canelo? Not even close. No way. Manny Pacquiao did not beat him up, Shane Mosley, that fight. That was a very slow fight. It was not that kind of fight. Canelo punished Shane Mosley through the entire fight. And the way he reacted from the punches, you know his power is real. Like, I cannot see Lara being able to take a lot of those body shots or combinations to the head. He's chinny.
407. What's your name?
Boxing MD.
Boxing MD. Duly noted. Sunday. We'll be looking for you. Thanks
Yeah,
for
you'll
calling
see.
in, brother.
I mean, remember how embarrassed you guys were after the Angulo fight?
But
I mean, people
can't
really
say-
had him. People
you can't
really had
say
him.
you
beat, like,
guys.
they had
You can't
Angulo
say you
winning.
guys. You can't
What?
generalize. You can't generalize because I'm my own man. Vic's his own man.
Because you guys are doubters to Canelo. Like, he is the real deal.
I'm not. I'm on the train, buddy.
Where? Like, if you don't see somebody at that age, with the talent he has, his only weakness essentially is cardio and gassing. And if he gets that to a T, I think he could be, like, a real legendary fighter. I'm
He's
being
got that
serious.
under control this fight. He's swimming now.
He's going to the carnivals and too, you know? I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Vic,
You'll
they
see.
added strength and conditioning to the camp now. They swimming.
I'm on the train, man. I'm on the train.
Hello.
That's the same, but I'm on the train.
Grateful you could witness Canelo on Saturday.
Hey, man, I'm grateful that.
And you're going to be happy because you're going to be like, shit, wow, we have a superstar. And everybody's going to win, I'm telling you.
Sorry, Bob.
Hey, I'm winning, man. What's the score? 12-10? 12-11? I'm up.
Yeah. You just got him. Oh, let's play the soundbite.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
Okay, that was 4075. Oh shit, the Robster.
Introducing the hard-hitting ringside Robbie.
Let's go ringside.
Hey,
Be smart, ringside, Robbie. Be smart.
Now, are you counting everybody? That means you got to count James and Beeb too, and they're both picking Laura.
All right, so that's 13-12. 13-12, Laura.
Wait,
it's all
we
right.
gotta play the soundbite.
It's all right. I'll be the only smart one on this panel. So it's no big deal.
So if you're going to count everybody, that you got to count those two. And I'm taking, and I've said it all along. I've been on several shows saying that I'm taking Laura. So you can add me to that list.
Come on, ringside, Robbie. Let me down.
Vic, now, don't get me wrong. I like Canelo, but Canelo is outgrowing this weight class. And there's no way he's going to have the stamina to be able to keep up with Laura's boxing movement and his move. Because remember, during the Angulo fight, he spent a lot of time on the ropes because he could do that against a guy like Angulo. But he's not. If he tries to do that against Laura's going to run around the ring all night long and just make him look like a complete idiot. The only way Canelo's going to win this fight is by robbery.
Oh, come on. Come on, ringside Robbie. Let me down.
Ringside Robbie.
Nah.
Yes. Speaking that gospel.
No, I mean, hey, I had Cotto beating Martinez because that was obvious to me. This, Now I must admit I'm nervous because I don't know who the judges or who the referee are for this fight, but in Vegas anything can happen if it goes the full 12 rounds. I hope it does not, just for that reason alone.
Yeah. It's gonna go 12 rounds. Believe that. These guys ain't.
I don't know. We'll see the chinny Lara.
Anymore, when they put a fight in the judges' hands in the state of Nevada, you got to hold your breath.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. Hey, Robin.
We shall see
when
the bell rings this Saturday night.
You're live on the Boxing Voice. 832. Who's this?
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Ruben out of Houston, Texas. I'm not sure if that y'all can hear me or not. Hello?
We hear you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, we hear you. Talk to you.
Yeah, man.
Well, consider
that's my first time calling, man. I'm not sure that who's on the phone. I know it's Ness, but I'm not sure if it's Vic or
Yeah,
B.
I'm on the phone. Vic's on the phone.
What's up, man? Who?
All right, brother. Well, you're a first-time caller. You know the rules. If you've been listening, you must make a pick. And congratulations on no longer being a virgin.
I appreciate it. Hey, Canelo all the way, man. Lara can't take a punch. Lara can't take a punch. If he's against the ropes, he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable. My pick is Canelo by late TKO.
All right, but last time Canelo knocked somebody out. But 832, you got anything else for us, brother?
That's it, man. And hey, that whoever wants to make a bet against me, man, hey, they're like, I'm looking for a new shirt. You know, so I want a red one this time. You know.
Well, the guy that loves betting, he's going with Canelo too, man. And I already got my bets made. But I don't know. We'll see. We're looking for some Lara guys that want to bet here with 832. I'm going to place you on hold, and if that happens, I'll bring you back on. Vic, I don't know if you heard about this Adrian Broner business, him talking about September 6th. According to Fight Hype, you know, and of course, Broner's social media posts, he's saying that he's going to be fighting September 6th. Now, he also was saying he was going to be fighting on the undercard, or he wanted to fight on the undercard, or he alleged, you know, insinuated that he wanted to be on that undercard. But the rumors are that it's going to be Zab Judah. And also Andre Berto is also being targeted for a September 6th return as well. But Boxing Scene, they reported that Lucas Matisse will also be on the card, but in a separate bout. Vic? Okay.
I read the article. But I mean, this is more of the same. Let's marinate some shit and have, you know, Lamont Peterson fight Danny Garcia sometime next year. That's never gonna happen. And let's have Lucas Matisse, Adrian Broner on the same card with some other BS opponents, and let's marinate that to make this happen down the road. Come on, man.
All right. Well, I'm not one for marinating, so let's just move on to the big news. Maidana Mayweather 2. It was made official. A bunch of, you know, websites insinuated this last week. Now it's official. Maidana's manager spoke to ESPN, and he has been talking with Al Heyman, the advisor of both Mayweather and Maidana, about the fight. It's still in talks, but today it was announced. You know, when this itinerary was put together, it wasn't official yet, but it was already made public that fight is taking place. What do you think, though? I mean, is this the best fight we could have got?
I mean, where else is he gonna go? Some people thought Maidana was ultra competitive. Some people gave Maidana the nod. You're not getting Danny Garcia. I mean, you can't get Amir Khan because of Ramadan. Again, this is the same deal with Pacquiao.
Now, Vic.
I mean, who would you put him in there with? I mean, obviously, Sean Porter has a mandatory. Keith Thurman, you're gonna say he's too green. Where else are you gonna go? I mean,
I've been a boxing fan too long to even get mad at Mayweather. Like, I already know what he does, and this is what he does. He picks who he wants. But more interesting is multiple people bringing up the fact that they paid Maidana $1.5 million not to wear those gloves last fight. Although neither side would disclose the terms of the deal or even admit that there was one, sources with knowledge of the situation told ESPN.com that Mayweather agreed to pay Maidana an additional $1.5 million to change the gloves. That doubled Maidana's purse. Maidana was guaranteed $4.2 million and wound up getting $5.7 million, including the payment for the gloves, the glove change. So when Maidana said, "I'm fighting Mayweather or I'm retiring," he wasn't lying, because yeah, $5 million doesn't sound like a lot when we hear these purses from guys like Mayweather and Canelo and, you know, Pacquiao, but for a dude that lives in Argentina, lives humble, has one kid and one wife, $5.7 million can go a long fucking way.
True. I mean, I don't know.
It's not shocking to you that Mayweather, I mean, listen, this was told to ESPN. ESPN is reporting this shit. So this is not Ness pulling shit out his ass, but so we got to take this as it's real. What type of a pussy is Mayweather that he's giving up $1.5 million not to get hit with certain gloves? What the fuck does he know that we don't know? That's some super strange shit right there.
Well, here's my thing. My theory is Cotto used those gloves, the same style gloves when they fought at 154, but they were 10-ounce gloves. At 147, those are 8-ounce gloves. So maybe he got a little taste of that, you know, that power, that MX. I'm sorry, it's not the Power Lock, it's the MX glove. You know, the nose was bloody, things like that. I don't know. Could be something like that. 2 more ounces, you might feel them fists.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't. I don't know. I don't think that that's cool. Like, if you're gonna negotiate certain gloves, you do it in the beginning of the fight. For you to be that worried, where you got to give a nigga $1.5 million, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, I know you got it. Pay like you paid.
You got it.
Yeah, but yo, that's a lot of money and a lot of fear. You listen, I don't give a fuck how rich I am. I'm not giving you $1.5 million. I'm not doing that. Why? For some gloves, Vic? Yo,
he paid Marquez $600,000 for weight.
Gloves cost like $20, man, $39. I'm not giving you $1.5 million for that shit. Speaking of gloves, we got the Saul Canelo Alvarez glove that we're doing on our behalf. We're going to be picking our winner on Sunday. We will announce the winner. You can continue to get in the runnings for this glove signed by Canelo Alvarez. All you got to do is go to theboxingboys.com and donate $1.40 as many times as you want, and we will divide that into different entries. Now, this glove, signed by Canelo, Lara, and De La Hoya, will be given away Sunday as well. And all you got to do is, if you're going to the fight, tweet a picture of your ticket to @TheBoxingVoice, @GoldenBoy, @Leha Promotions, and hashtag it Canelo Lara. We must see it because I have the glove right here. If you're looking on YouTube, I'm the one that has the glove. So I know you know, the rules say you got to put in all those other guys, but how would I know that you're in the contest if you don't send it to me. Go at the Boxing Voice, and you get this glove. This is history right here. This is Oscar De La Hoya just got inducted. This is Lara, who's going to be the champion to beat the new Golden Boy. And this is Canelo, the future of boxing. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And then, you know, for all you super duper Canelo fans, we kept this one all alone, just his name. You want to hang that up in your room, you know what you got to do. BoxingVoice.com, click that donate button, $1.40. Let's take it back out to the streets. I believe we stopped with 832, so up next is the one and only. I'm always kind of late with his intro.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
All right, here's how it goes. Canelo is a 2.0 version of Angulo. Lara got lucky. Lara thumbed Angulo. And this is how I know. Because when you get hit, your head don't go back like that. He went back like he had something in his eye. So I'm taking Canelo by knockout or by robbery.
Vic, what's the count? Because we were at like 14.
14-12, 14-13 for you, for Lara.
All right.
And Sergio Martinez is not first ballot, but he is Hall of Fame.
Now, what is first ballot in your opinion? Because I was told on Twitter that in boxing there is no first ballot, that's like for other sports.
Oh, okay. Well, just in case. But if there was a first ballot, somebody like, I think you were the one who gave the example, Cotto, Mayweather, people you don't got to think about, that's going to be first ballot. That's the first dibs, first selection if they're eligible. All right. Martinez, if he would have beat Golovkin, he would have been first ballot. But we can't do coulda, woulda, shoulda. Martinez is like third choice, fourth or fifth choice. And I love him to death. He was my favorite fighter, but I gotta admit, he ain't first dibs on after 5 years of retirement, nah.
So let me ask you something. But if you were given the opportunity to vote, what would be your vote? Yay or nay?
Well, of course, yeah, but I would have to see the guys who is in line previously who got passed over because bigger names were in front of them. So, yeah, he would be in that group of people who's passed on. But if it was somebody like, let's say hypothetically, Cotto comes before anybody. He's getting elected that year. And I just want to also say that Paul Williams should also be, not first ballot, but should eventually be in the Hall of Fame. Because, you know, his career was cut short, and nobody wanted to see him when he was there. He got losses, but he got some good wins, too. Also, you know Kelly Pavick, you know he's making it in the Hall of Fame because he was a good, decent boxer. And I'm not trying to go there and debate that, but he is white, so that is going to boost him up, getting up in there, because there's not a lot of good white boxers nowadays. And finally, you know Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is eventually going to get in the Hall of Fame, if not for fighting, but for impact. So Sergio Martinez has 3 boxers that he has beat that are going to get into the Hall of Fame. So that means he's got to get in the Hall of Fame, too.
All right, brother. That was yesterday's show. You should be following us on Blog Talk so you can get emails when we do sporadic shows. But, Jaggernaut, thanks for calling in, brother. I don't like that you pick Canelo, but it is what it is. Let me see. We got some other news, too, we got to break out here, man. So the pay-per-view numbers, Vic, before we get off the Mayweather topic, again, multiple sources are saying that the fight only generated 850 buys, not close to the million-plus predicted by Mayweather, and way off from the 2.2 million that they did with Alvarez. Now, I was thinking about this today, right? We've seen a consistent drop in Mayweather pay-per-view numbers. Guess when? When Canelo said, I'm not fighting on your undercard anymore.
Partly, yeah. Partly that. Canelo.
His last fight without Canelo.
It's Canelo, and it's also the fact that Manny Pacquiao got knocked out, too. that the intrigue of that super fight isn't there anymore. That's why Pacquiao's numbers are down. It's a little both.
Check out this shitty ass triple header, man. I'm fucking so mad they ruined this shit. Like, they need to take Danny Garcia's card and Kell Brook and Porter's card and make it one. Because now Kell Brook is going to be headlining the StubHub Center. I don't know why. Versus Brook. And Omar Figueroa is going to be fighting there versus Daniel Estrada, whoever that is. And Sakio Bika versus Anthony Durrell, which is a fight that I do like. So at least we got 2 decent matchups. But this should have been Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson, Kell Brook, then Sakio Bika. I mean, Porter Brook, then Sakio Bika.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, I don't like this marination, especially if we're going to get it 3 weeks later with Broner and Matisse fighting different opponents. Hopefully they're credible ones. We'll see.
Yeah, man, it kind of sucks, man. I don't really get this, but I guess it is what it is, man. We got 10 minutes before we get
Thunder rolls and the lightning.
Oh my God. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Right, baby. The light fucking rod is gonna be in the building.
That's terrible.
9 minutes. 9 motherfucking minutes.
That's terrible.
Francisco Humang just put himself for that Canelo Alvarez glove. So people are lining up. Lining up. Sunday we announce the winner. Don't forget to go to theboxingvoice.com. Click on that donate button. $1.40 gets you in the runnings for the Canelo Alvarez glove. And we got the Canelo, Lara, and Oscar signed glove. All you got to do is have your fight ticket, tweet it to us, hashtag it Canelo Alvarez, Lara, whatever the hashtag is for the fight. I'm sorry. Get that information. I don't want our good friends that sent us this glove to get upset that I'm ruining their contest. All right, so I'm really upset about this, Vic. Well, let me take it back out to the streets here. 916, you're live on the Boxing Voice.
What's up with it? This is Alex from Sacramento.
Alex, what's up, brother?
Calling to put in my picks for the weekend. You know, I'm rolling with Vic. I'm rolling with Todos Mis Mexicanos. I think that he's going to do it. He's too strong. He's going to use them angles. I see him maybe knocking down Lara. I see it maybe going to a decision, but I know Lara's going to do it for the gente, and it's going to be all good.
Viva la raza!
There it is.
Going back to, I think that, Trout, he beat Canelo in that fight, but it was a good fight. It was a close fight. We're moving on to the future. Just wanted to get my pick in, and I love the show. I missed the show last week. I'm glad you guys are back on, and let's do it, baby.
Yo, listen, 916, we getting a lot of people saying they missed shows. Like, we didn't do one Thursday and Sunday, but we did do one yesterday, so it's good if you subscribe to us on iTunes or at least follow us on Blog Talk, and you'll get an email letting you know that we got a new episode, because we did a Hall of Fame show yesterday about Sergio Martinez and should he be in the Hall of Fame. But thanks for calling in, my friend, and remember to subscribe so you can stay up to date. 917, Vic, what's the count?
We are all even, brother. All even.
14-14?
Yep.
917, you're live. Who's this? Okay.
Next.
Skype caller, you're live. Who's this? Skype caller. All right. 513, you're live. Who's this?
Hey, what's up? What's up? You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay. What up? What up? Hey, this is my first time on and everything. So what's up? What's up? It's D Nux, man. Coming from Cincinnati, 513.
Cincinnati. You a Broner fan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a Broner fan. I see him in the gyms and everything. I box amateur out here, so I done seen them around, So yeah, I got some, good insight.
Okay. So talk to us, brother. What's on your mind?
Well, as for this fight coming up this weekend, I'm going with Erislandy Lara, and my analysis on this, like a lot of people saying like using the Angulo fight and using that as a measure to what's going to happen this weekend. You know, I disagree. You know, I think Angulo, he puts a lot more pressure than Canelo does. Also, in the Mayweather fight with against Canelo, you know, it showed that on Canelo he doesn't like foot movement, and he's not really that good at cutting the ring off, and he has slow feet. So I see that Erislandy Lara, he's going to do the same thing, move around him. Not only that, but Erislandy Lara, he has longer arms, he has a good jab, he can box, good defense, not like a Mayweather defense, but good defense nonetheless. And he's going to give him them angles, and it's just not going to look good. And I think a lot of people really need to watch that Trout fight and watch it more carefully, because he had problems against Trout. And Erislandy Lara is like a much better and much more improved version of him. So I got Lara in this fight and possibly stopping him. But I do see Canelo winning possibly by robbery, though, since he's a draw, the cash cow, and everything like that. So, you know. But I'm going with Lara all the way, though. Lara all the way. Viva Cuba.
All right. Thanks for calling in, brother. And you have just had your virginity pop. So continue to call in, brother. Let me see. We got to ring that bell.
American dream.
15 people picking Lara, 14 picking Canelo, 4-3. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Yo, this Wood, yo.
Wood, what up? You changing numbers on a nigga, huh?
Yeah, I switch up sometimes, man.
Man, you better stop doing that.
I'm picking the Mexican James Dean by Ski Mask.
The Mexican James Dean.
That's what he is, baby. That's what he is.
I'm picking the Mexican James Dean by Ski Mask, man.
By robbery,
running up in it. Yeah, Ski Mask. He gonna collect his check with the Ski Mask on, man. Yeah, but that's about it.
All right, then, Wood. Short and sweet. Yeah. First time for the Wood. Let me play the soundbite.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
He picked the rooster, man. He picked the rooster. 718. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Yo, Nessus. Yo, it's Bounce again, man.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, you hear me, Ness?
Loud and clear. Talk to me.
Yeah, I wanted to so with that Mayweather fight and the rematch, so is he that Madonna wears gloves, the right gloves now?
Yeah, they're trying to negotiate that, but allegedly they're gonna let him wear the right gloves now.
Mayweather's he corny, man. All that bread for gloves. That's what I'm saying. Call himself, the best ever. Come on now, the best ever ain't bitching over nothing. That's so you know that. Man, he ain't the man. TBE, yeah, okay. But that's Mayweather, man. He got that bread, so he calls the shots. He's scary, man. And then, did you hear about this? Not to get off the Lara subject. Did you hear about 2015? Roy Jones said he's supposed to be knowing who he's gonna fight. It's a surprise, and it might be Pat.
Yeah, we heard about that, but I mean, a lot of people are speculating Cotto because it probably would be, not as big as him fighting Pacquiao, but kind of big if he fought Cotto and won a middleweight title. It would be something for the history books.
And when I picked Lara, you didn't play my America, man. The Dusty what's that? Dusty Rose, what is that?
Dusty Rose, baby, the American Dream. The American Dream.
Yeah, you play that American Dream when under earlier. I need to hear that. Lara all day, baby.
Okay. Here it comes.
Right, man.
Gotta play it, man. The public wants what the public wants.
American Dream.
All right, let's put this call in to everybody's favorite fighter. get the Salka man on here, brother. Let's see what's going on. I got some questions for him, man. All right, here we go.
Rod the bod.
Hello?
Rod, what's going on, man? It's Nestor from the Boxing Voice.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Well, I'm joined here alongside my co-host, Victor Salazar, and we want to thank you, of course, for coming on and giving us the opportunity to interview live here on the radio. And we're ready to get this started, brother.
Cool.
All right. Well, got a little something for you.
Fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, please welcome Lightning, Rod Salka.
Now, we know that you're taking a lot of shit for this fight. People are not happy. Teddy Atlas went on a rant, I guess to say the least, on ESPN, basically questioning your ranking in the sanctioning bodies and questioning basically your worthiness to be taking on the lineal champion at the 140-pound division. I'm pretty sure you got texts and things about Teddy ranting. What went through your mind when you finally got to watch the playback?
No, I watched it live. I was watching the fights that night. What are you going to do? I mean, like he said on there, only in boxing can you get away with this kind of stuff. So he was saying, in any other sport, they hold a higher standard and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, in college football, the first 3-4 weeks of college football, you got Michigan playing Appalachian State. You got teams that are in the top 10 playing teams you never heard of before. And a lot of times there's upsets. So, I mean, I'm not sure if that was his point. But only in boxing can you be considered an expert analyst with no college degree and never played the sport that you're an analyst in. Only in boxing.
Pretty true, pretty true. Now, as far as this fight goes, I mean, this is basically your Rocky moment, am I right?
Right. No, absolutely. Like I get all the backlash. I understand. Like I get it. You know what I mean? But you got to give somebody a chance at some point. I get the fans, like all the fans that are hating on the fight or saying this is bullshit, this and that. I get the excuses. The thing with the Teddy Atlas thing that I didn't get is if you want to make an excuse, me being unranked, really isn't a valid excuse because obviously you guys know boxing. You're on here. You follow it. You're fans. So. The way it works, I fought Emmanuel Lucero in February last year, and I fought him for a vacant regional title with the WBA. So when you do that, I fought him in February. I'm not going to get ranked in March. They got to have meetings. They got to figure out who they're going to take out, who they're going to put in, how they're going to move people around. It takes a couple months. It's always a couple months behind. So I fought him in February. I didn't get in March. I didn't get in April. I got in May. I came in at number 15. I fought Alexei Collado for a BC belt in April. I'm not going to get in the rankings in March, or I'm not going to get in May. I'm not going to get in June. I'm going to get in July. You know what I mean? After they have their meetings, and he knows this. I hope he knows. Maybe he doesn't know. I mean, like I said, I don't even know if he graduated high school. He might not know. But that's just the way it is. And boxing experts know that. So when you're going to get on TV and say things like this kid is in a hometown, he's not even a household name in his own household, now you're just making personal digs and you're making it personal. And I don't have time for that. If you're an expert, you should be held to a higher standard. Like the fans, any fan saying, I want to see Herrera, or I don't think this kid's a bomb, anything. That's fine. I did 10 years in the military, so you can have the right to say whatever you want to say as a fan. But if it's your job and you're a professional, you should be held to a higher standard. I just thought it was unprofessional for him to say that. And as far as getting the fight, man, I'm excited.
who wouldn't be excited? I mean, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm not gonna. What am I supposed to do? You know what? Teddy Atlas and these experts are going to be really mad. I'm going to have to decline this. I'm going to have to decline this fight. I'm sorry. You know, keep your money. Get me a fight that, you know, people won't get mad about. Nobody's going to say that.
You better not say that shit. I'll tell you that. But you can't. I'm glad that you understand the criticism because, I mean, Emmanuel Luciero is a guy that one of my top prospects. I really, you know, a guy that I follow a lot. His name is Joel Diaz, not to be confused with Joseph Diaz, the Olympian. He fought Emmanuel Luciero, but at 130 pounds, and Joseph Diaz has about 13 fights right now. Guillermo Sanchez is also a guy that Joel Diaz fought and beat. And again, he only has about 12 fights right now, and he's a 130-pounder. You were a 135-pounder, or were you campaigning at both divisions?
What do you mean, 30 and 35 or 35 and 40?
No, 30 and 35, because this is going to be your first fight at 40, correct?
I mean, I fought Ricardo Alvarez at 140 in the main event on Show Extreme on the Broner Maidana undercard for the WBC belt when Alvarez was ranked 13 by the BC.
Now, I was live at that fight, and I seen you win that fight. I remember Paul Spadafora being in your corner and the guy from Dexter, but I thought that fight was at 135 because that fight was supposed to be a build-up for the Omar Figueroa title shot, correct?
It was, but see, it was a 140-pound fight. It was for the WBC America's light welterweight title. As a matter of fact, he wasn't even eligible because he came in 2 pounds overweight. He actually weighed, I believe, 142. They had to pay me.
Nice. So you fought basically all around. So you don't think – well, and another thing that I do know is that in the amateurs, I think you fought as high as 152 pounds. So the weight difference or move up in weight isn't going to affect you, is it?
No, it really won't. To make I could probably make 130. I can make 35. You know what I mean? But to do that, man, I can't touch. I can't do a push up or a pull up, and I really got to watch the diet, and I really got to do everything the right way, and it's a lot of cardio, and I burn muscle off to do it. I mean, I wrestled since I was little, so I'm used to being able to make any kind of weight. You know what I mean? But in reality, like at 140, I'm able to, you know, do some of my functional exercises, do some different routines, do some strength and conditioning stuff, and I'm able to, you know, keep that muscle on rather than having to burn the muscle off to get to the lighter weight. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it at 140.
Now, as of late, we've been having a lot of upsets. So I guess, you know, the boxing gods are looking in your favor because, you know, we had Algieri not too long ago beat Ruslan on HBO and become a champion, a guy in your division now since you're campaigning at 140 versus Danny Garcia. We also had Ruslan himself beat Mike Alvarado, who was considered to be a better boxer than Ruslan. And you know, at one point, Ruslan was considered an ESPN fighter. So the same stick that people are giving you, they've given everybody. How do you expect to handle it?
It's just another fight, man. I mean, it's a bigger fight, but it's actually easier because now all I have to focus on is boxing. Like every other fight, you know, I still have a kid and a wife that I have to do stuff with. So this fight here is giving me the opportunity to just go away to camp and just focus 100%. And I understand that people are going to talk. I mean, it's funny because the last fight they were like, oh, he's fighting Mauricio Herrera. He's lost 2 of his last 4. This is terrible. Herrera gives him a great fight. Now they're like, oh, it's terrible. He's fighting Salka. He should rematch Herrera. You know what I mean? And that's why, I mean, that's a great thing. People can talk. It's great that people are talking. I mean, I'm happy that they're even talking about it. Hopefully they watch the fight. But the Algieri thing, man, I don't know what you mean him beating him because, I mean, if you listen to Teddy Atlas, Algieri didn't win that fight. So,
yeah, well,
you know,
that's Teddy Atlas.
I thought he won the fight.
I thought he won that fight, too. Listen, Teddy doesn't always pick them right. He doesn't always pick them right. And, you know, it is what it is. That's his job to be the colorful guy out of that team. So he's got to go a little bit over the top. That's been his thing all the time. But Vic, you got something for the Lightning Man over here?
Yeah. Lightning, Rod Salka. I guess the backlash isn't on you because if we're in your position, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take the fight. I guess more of the onus is what the fans are saying. They're basically calling out Danny Garcia. They're calling out Showtime for televising the fight. Like I said, if I'm you, I'm taking the fight. There's no way around it. But that being said,
Right.
You watched the Herrera fight. Did you score the Herrera fight for Herrera against Danny Garcia?
I didn't. I didn't have him. I mean, it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but I definitely see you giving it to Herrera. I mean, he was boxing, he was moving around and stuff, but he just wasn't landing any probably the same problem I'm gonna have with announcers and stuff is the same kind of thing. Like if the fight's going good, maybe I'm getting off, I'm moving good, but every time he throws a punch, they're gonna be saying, well, Salka's landing more, doing more like Herrera, but when Garcia lands, it's gonna have more of an effect. Whether it is or not, that usually tends to sway the judges, you know what I mean, the power shots and stuff like that. And I believe Garcia landed more power shots in the fight. I think he landed less punches overall, but I'm pretty sure he landed more power shots. I mean, it was a really close fight. I mean, if you gave it to Herrera, you're not going to hear any complaints. You'd probably hear the same kind of complaints, like, oh, I can't believe they didn't give it to Garcia because, he was the champion. But then Garcia gets the decision, you're going to have it the other way around where, he only got it because he was in Puerto Rico and, they lost Herrera. But that's going to happen in the sport anytime you have any kind of fights like that. You know what I mean? That are close. You're going to always have. I mean, my fight with Alvarez. It was like, Tana and everybody I talked to thought I lost or thought I won the fight. You know what I mean? I didn't get the decision, so it's not always a bad thing for the fighters. Like I know, I was devastated when I didn't get the decision. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But actually, Paulie Malignaggi came back to me and talked to me after and was like, "Listen, man, this stuff happens. The sport, it's going to happen. You can't let it get you down. Something's going to come out of this for you. You know what I mean? They're not just going to let you walk away and fade off because you got screwed." And the same thing with Herrera. I mean, he's fighting now. He's going to fight Yohan Perez, who's the mandatory. I think he's the #1 guy. And yeah, he's not fighting Garcia, but he wins that fight. He's right back in the mix. You know what I mean? People are talking about you. That's all you need. You need to be on TV, and you need people talking about you. And whenever the spotlights are on you, you need to be able to perform.
And the reason I bring that up because you are fighting in his second home or third home or whatever you want to call it at the Barclays. And for a guy with 3 KOs, a lot of people aren't going to expect you to knock the dude out. And if you outbox him, I mean, how do you expect to get a decision in Brooklyn?
I mean, second, third home, I don't know. Judges are going to do what judges are going to do. I can't worry about that. I can't change my style because a judge might screw me because I'm not doing something that they want to see. Like, I'm just going to go in there and do what I feel comfortable doing and doing what I always do. And every fight, these last couple fights, I'm going to do just that. If he comes out and adjusts or catches me or starts doing something, I'll change it up. It's not, like, I mean, I only have 3 knockouts. I understand all that. And, like, the thing is I move around so much, I'm never sitting down on shots, hardly ever. Like, when I choose to sit down on shots, I can't hurt you. I don't know if you've seen the last fight. I mean, he was a smaller, a 30-pounder, but, I mean, a short little left hook I decided to make a fist and sit down on, and he went down. You know what I mean? So it can, and I'm not saying I need to do that to Garcia, drop him or get him out, but if I'm hitting him with shots that are keeping him honest, that's going to make my life a lot easier as a boxer. You know what I mean? I don't have to knock him out. If I can sting him or if I can catch him with shots when he's coming in to make him think twice, that's all I need to do.
Now, this isn't to say that, they are underestimating you, but last time with the Herrera fight, usually you hear Angel Garcia, usually you hear him doing this, you hear him doing that, and they didn't do that, to Herrera. It doesn't seem like they're doing it to you. I mean, is that in the back of your mind that, they may not be taking me serious?
I think the opposite. I think all the crap that he's taken, all the flack he's taken over this fight and off of the Herrera fight, I think he's going to be training harder than he ever has. If he did get complacent, maybe leading up to the Herrera fight, it kind of came to a head. I think it'll be the opposite in this fight. I think he's going to come with a major point to prove. Because I mean, if you look at it from a boxing expert or a fan's point of view, I mean, the only way he doesn't lose in the public perception of things is if he gets me out of there quick. And he still doesn't win if he does that, because everybody's made this to be such a big blowout of a fight anyway. So even if he does that, he doesn't win. that's the only way he doesn't lose. Anything else happens, he loses in the public eye. So, you know, I think he's taking it really personal. I mean, he's fought a lot of tough guys. He's fought a lot of tough fights. He's fought a lot of great fighters, and now he's catching all kind of crap for this, which is expected. I mean, I get it, but I think he's taking it personal. So I think he's going to come. I think he's going to be the best Danny Garcia since he fought for the title.
And now my last question. I obviously know, you know, we were there in Texas. We seen Spatafora in your corner. We knew for a fact that Spatafora wanted this Danny Garcia fight. I mean, is he supporting you? I mean, how's that conversation going now that you got the Danny Garcia fight that he wanted last year?
Dude, he couldn't have been. There wasn't anybody on the planet happier for me. You know what I mean? I mean, he's like a brother. He's like my brother. You know, I've known him since I started boxing. So I mean, he was so excited, like genuinely jumping up in the air, couldn't believe it, excited like a little kid. You know what I mean? He can't wait for the fight. He's excited as heck can be. But I see what you're talking about. I mean, he's fighting tomorrow. I'm going to his fight tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. He's actually fighting. So I was just with him today.
Hey Rod, so you know, we know that you've been on Showbox. We know that you was on the Bruno Maidana undercard. But for guys that haven't seen you, you know, at least Algieri had the opportunity with ESPN kind of showcasing him and having the cameras follow him. Then HBO, you know, they did their little cameras following him as well. So the casual fan was able to be introduced to Algieri. So introduce yourself to those, you know, many people that don't know you.
Hey man, I'm just trying to make it like everybody else is. I was happy as could be for Algieri. I'm happy for any fighter that makes it and does and can do anything. You know, more power to anybody that's moving forward. And I'm just a hard-working kid who's been grinding away at this sport in the shadows since I started in 2007. And you know, that's what I continued to do until I got an opportunity with Golden Boy. And I mean, I was doing all kind of stuff. I was in the military for 10 years. I was in college. You know what I mean? I was doing all kind of other stuff. I have a wife and a baby. You know what I mean? I'm a regular, hardworking guy with a regular life and a regular family who's trying to do something exceptional.
So before this fight, you were not a full-time fighter? Like that wasn't your day job to get up and run and hit the gym? You had a day job as well?
Yeah, for a while. I mean, I was working in an environmental company, and then I took a job at a boxing gym, like running the classes, like running the gym for a guy for a little while, you know, because it was a lot easier to get off when I had fights or take time off, like a couple weeks out at least from a fight. And then, you know, these last couple fights on Showtime, yeah, well, I was definitely not just full-time boxing, living in a boxing camp like I am now. And I had a lot of other issues, too, in the last couple fights. A few deaths in the family. I mean, my baby was born, stuff like that. So, you know, it was a hectic time, and now everything is, you know, calmed down. I'm living at the camp, spending every night at the camp, waking up, doing the running and everything like you're supposed to do. So I should be bigger, better, stronger, and faster than I have been in any other fight up to this point.
So now, talk to us a little bit about training with Paul, because Paul is a phenomenal boxer. You know, he definitely is a boxer's boxer. What have you picked up from working with Paul?
Just that, you know what I mean? Trying to work off angles. I mean, I do things different, but the same as him. Like he was a lot more fluid and smooth, stepping around people and moving. He was a southpaw, so you know, it was a little. If you're fighting a righty as a southpaw, it's like easier to do that. I'm more, you know, a lot of quick, jerky movements, a lot of feints, a lot of in and out, side to side kind of stuff. But the up and down and the head movements and the flip game and the catch and encounter and stuff, you know, is been huge from Paul.
Now I know my co-host kind of alluded to that a little bit, but you know, the lack of power punching that you have, like the lack of power, always presents a problem for judging. Like we seen it in the Trout fight versus Canelo, Herrera Garcia, Malignaggi Broner. The judges always tend not to give the lighter puncher the credit that he deserves for punches landed. So how do you combat that when you know that not only are you going against Danny, but you're going against, you know, a style that the judges love to see?
I just got to tighten it up. I got to tighten it up defensively. I can't have the punch stats close. You know what I mean? I can't have him landing 20% more of his power shots. I can't have that. I have to beat him to the punch. I have to be first. I have to be last in the combinations, in the exchanges. And, you know, use my defense to set up my offense. And, I mean, that's really it. There's nothing I can do. If the judges are going to sit there and think he's landing the harder shots, I always like to try to, you know, I don't even know what that means. I mean, the harder shots, like if I land a shot and you land a shot and neither of us buckle and neither of us really flinch, then is there really a difference? You know what I mean? Like maybe later in the fight you might see a difference, but even in my fights that I fought, I mean, Alvarez was a lot bigger guy than me. He came in really big the day of the fight. I mean, he caught me with shots I never once even felt. That was the best I felt the day after a fight, and I couldn't even tell you how long. But the whole time the commentators were like, well, Alvarez is landing the bigger shots. So I'm like, what? My knees aren't even, nothing's happening to me. Why are they thinking that because he's flat-footed when he's throwing them or because he's grunting when he's punching? You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do. It's a subjective sport, and the judges are going to do what the judges are going to do. I'm not going to let that affect how I'm going to fight. You know what I mean? But that being said, I do have to come out and be first with him, and I do have to be last out of the combinations. If I'm first and he counters, I got to come right back. I can't sit there and get greedy with him either, because you know, I mean, he loves the punch when you punch, and he can punch. So you got to be smart about it, and you got to pick spots to take chances. But I just got to let my hands go and have the punch stats, and the judges seeing that, you know, this kid's just controlling the action and dictating the pace of the fight.
Now I got two questions for you before we let you go. The first one, I guess, where did you get the name Lightning? I mean, it sounds obvious because your first name is Rod, but is it just that simple, or did someone consider you fast, so they pegged you with Lightning and it went well with Rod? How'd the nickname come about?
I can't even remember. I think it's since I started, pretty much. Like I was fast and everything, but it kind of, like when I first started boxing, I wasn't really this style. I was more just a tough come forward guy. You know, I was a wrestler before. And a lightning rod, actually, what it is, you know, it absorbs the shock of the lightning to protect the building, and, you know, it still stays there after you get hit. So I guess actually it would be like, you know, saying that you could take a shot, but that's not really why. That's not really why I got it. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking, it's funny because I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, well, lightning rod, really, if you think about it, it's meant to take the shock of the lightning and absorb it and still be there when it's done. But no, it was more, you know, because of the speed thing, but you know, a play on the name too. I probably wouldn't have been called Lightning if my first name wasn't Rod, just because it was more of a play on words, you know.
All right. So, I guess my last question is, why do you think they chose you?
I don't know why they do what they do. All I know is I got the fight. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like, I'm not sure if Danny's with Golden Boy. I think he's with Golden Boy still. So, I mean, I'm with Golden Boy, so it makes the fight a lot easier to make happen. You know what I mean? I had fought on Showtime twice, so the Showtime people knew me. I mean, I just fought there in December and April, and you know what I mean? So they knew me, so maybe it just made sense for them. You know what I mean? And for Golden Boy, rather than maybe giving the fight to somebody, you know, out of the stable or in the different promoters, you know how that stuff goes. I mean, I leave that stuff to those guys. I'm not gonna. I don't even want to know why. Just all I wanted to know was that I had the contract and I signed it and the fight was announced. That's all I wanted to know.
Well, Rod, we in the beginning of the show we said that boxing was built on moments like these. You know, the underdog. This is what boxing is about. That Rocky story, Cinderella Man, and you got your opportunity. So we wish you the best. I won't lie to you because we get a lot of people that listen to this show and they'll give me shit on Twitter. I am a huge Danny Garcia fan, so I'm just gonna say it right now. But I am still wishing you the best in this fight because, again, this is your moment. This is your opportunity to basically create your legacy. So, you know, come that fight, we wish you the best, and we thank you again for coming on the show. And if you want to take this time to give out any social media, maybe Facebook or Twitter, so our listeners that aren't following you can follow you and get a little closer to your career. And we'd love to have you back on soon.
Right, absolutely, man. I'd love to be back on. I'm on Twitter at LightningRod00. I mean, obviously, I don't have any type of fan page or anything like that on Facebook. You can just look me up under my name and send me a friend request on there. But other than that, man, I really appreciate you guys calling, taking the time to talk to me. And maybe after August 9th, you'll be a Rod Salka fan, too.
Yeah, brother, we just want you to make it a good fight, man. The beginning of this year hasn't been the best. We're looking for the second half to be explosive, and we hope you're part of that.
Me too, man. Me too. Thanks for including me on your show.
All right, thank you.
I'll see it. Bye.
All right. So, Vic, you back or what?
I'm here. You hear me?
Callers, man. Let's get to the callers. I'm actually pretty glad on Twitter. A lot of people were enjoying the interview, so that's good. Let me see. 708, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? 708.
Yo.
708, talk to me. Oh, man, he's horrible right now. 619. You're live. Who's this?
What's up? What's up, Boxing Voice? It's Marcos.
Marcos, what's up, brother? Talk to us.
Great interview. Great questions, man. That's great. So talking about this weekend, I heard Lara was fighting 4 dudes this weekend.
Who's the 4 dudes?
Canelo and the 3 judges, bro.
You forgot the referee and the promoter.
Hey, man, check it out here. When this fight was first a possibility, I was like, man, it's Lara all the way. But then I started thinking about something, and I think Lara's gonna try to take it to Canelo, man, because I think he knows. I think his corner knows. I think everybody knows that he's not gonna get the decision, man. All I gotta say is 114 Mayweather Canelo. He's not gonna get it. So I think he's gonna go for broke, man. I really do, and I think he's gonna pay for it. I think Canelo is a lot smarter than people think. I think his speed is underrated. I think he hits hard, and I think Lara's gonna win a lot of the rounds. But I see Lara chasing the canvas once or twice, and you know what? I see that being the excuse. And don't get me wrong, Canelo might be even on the rounds or might even be up on the round. But if it's a close fight, I see that being it. I think they're going to give it to Canelo. So I'm going with Canelo on this, man. And that's not taking nothing away from Lara, man. Because when I first, like I said, heard the fight was announced, I was like, and then I started thinking about it more, man. And I think Canelo's going to be able to catch Lara. I think Canelo's going to take a bunch of shots too, you know. And I think it's going to be a good fight. But I think Canelo's going to have his hand raised at the end, man. And that's how it is, man. I don't think it's going to be by knockout either. I think it's going to be a decision. Whether it's a fair decision or it's a fucking robbery or like the decision where it was a close decision, but, you know, they just gave it to Canelo. I just think that's how it's going to be, man.
All right. Well, 619, man, thanks for calling in. Is this your first time calling?
No, man, it's my 3rd time calling in. I called in yesterday for that surprise show you had. I got that email on Blog Talk, which I think is really cool because I wouldn't have known. And, man, I love the show. And I just want to make sure you guys know how, you know, how you have something great, man, right here. And I know you guys know that. And just keep doing what you're doing, man, because those questions, man, I mean, I don't think I could have thought of any better questions to ask, but Vic's questions and your questions, man. And I just love the show. I enjoy it, man. And I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a good fight this weekend. And I'm looking forward to it, man. So I'll try to call in on Sunday.
All right,
Maybe
brother.
I
Well,
eat crow,
thank you, man.
but I doubt it.
All right, brother. Well, thank you, man. And don't forget, man, we're giving away these 2 Saul Canelo Alvarez gloves and 1 signed by Oscar, Lara, and Canelo. So, we like to get you guys, things from the boxing world here too, get you some memorabilia, man. And remember, you could definitely get involved in those 2 contests for the Oscar glove. And the reason I'm saying this so much, guys, is because Sunday is over. We announced it, and I don't want to hear anybody crying saying they didn't know about it. So, for the Oscar, Lara, and Canelo glove, tweet us, include Golden Boy and Leha Promotions and hashtag Canelo Lara with a picture of your ticket, and you can win this glove. If you're on the phone, check on YouTube. It's Oscar, Lara, and Canelo. And remember, if you just go to theboxingvoice.com, click on that donate button, $1.40 gets you in the runnings for this single signed autograph glove of Canelo Alvarez. And Aaron Wood, I have received, your entries. So good luck to you, my friend. Vic, we still got a shitload of callers and a shitload of news to talk about. Quillen Korobov mandatory has been ordered. So Quillen finally fights someone. Is Korobov a good enough opponent for you to say he finally fought someone other than Nindam? Because I give him credit for Nindam. Credit for Rosado. But I know a lot of people, pick apart his opponent, his resume.
Here's my thing, man. HBO was definitely playing the hype train when I was in Omaha. I seen the Crawford fight when I got home, and they were hyping up Korobov to be this, next Triple G opponent. I mean, they were even throwing Rigondeaux references out there, and I was like, what the hell are these guys talking about? I mean, he's a good fighter. He's solid amateur. I don't think he's such a great pro. I mean, this is his shot for a title. I mean, right now, I'd favor Quillen, definitely. I don't think that win would be better than an Nandam win, to be honest with you.
So now here's the thing. Golden Boy and Bob Arum, while they said they're playing nice, they haven't negotiated this fight. They have 30 days to negotiate it. If not, purse bid.
I mean, they say the Cold War is over. I believe it when we see a fight that's actually co-promoted and not purse bid.
Well, this is a very small minimum bid starting at $200,000. So let's see how far the bidding war goes. Also in the headlines is George Groves making his rounds back around town, and all of a sudden he falls in the WBC eliminator. How does this happen, Vic?
Say that again?
George Groves is going to fight September 20th, and he's in a WBC eliminator.
I believe... I don't know. That's the Gale. What the Gale fight for when he beat what's his face? Gonzalez. Wasn't that a WBC eliminator?
I don't know.
I think that's what it was.
Well, this one is definitely a WBC eliminator, and it's going to be at the SSE Arena in Wembley in London, and it's going to be versus Christopher Rabassi. You know what that is? Or Rabassi.
He's from France, I think. That's about all I know.
Well, we got callers, man. I don't know if anybody's interested in that news. We got some cruiserweight news that I don't even know how to pronounce their names, but, Marco Huck's fighting again.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Let's see. Where did we stop? Oh, man. I'm going to go with 2-1. No, wait. Did I do 931? 931. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Hey. What's up, Matatan?
Oh, what's up, brother? Yo, I hope...
Hey, great interview, by the way. Fucking
Thank
phenomenal
you.
interview, man.
Thank you. I hope that you're going to rant as well as you did on the Cotto rant, and you were wrong. And so was I, so I can't give you shit, but damn, you were more wrong.
Yeah, man. So I'm usually more like this. I'm more even cute, but that just set me off. Not, but you know what? This is I look at this like a 49-51 fight. So this is like the best thus far. This is what I'm most exciting about. More excited about this whole year, to be honest. I think that with Lara's hands, foot speed, the reach, the height, the better pedigree, the southpaw stance, I think it's a perfect, let's say style mixed fight. I think this is fine. I think it's perfect. He's gonna buzz in and out, go como una avispa, like he's gonna get in and out. I can't wait. I can't wait. Lara for sure by split decision, if anything.
Vic, what's the count now?
We were at 7. Who called before him? I think you're up too. I think it's 17-15.
Yeah, the last two callers were Laura. Matatán, te voy a soltar entonces porque tengo mucha gente aquí.
No hay problema, papá. No hay problema. I'm enjoying the show, dog.
Okay. Let me see. 214. You're live in the boxing voice.
I didn't beat you with Vitor.
443. You're live in the boxing voice.
Hey, what's good, fellas? This is Justice calling from Charm City, Beatmo, and my pick for the freaking weekend. Damn, it's a hard decision right here because somebody just called in and said Canelo didn't look so good during his training camp. I was leaning more towards Canelo, but after hearing that info, I think I'm gonna go with have to go with Lara, man. Lara's no joke. He proved a lot throughout his career. And so, I mean, that's going to be my pick. I'm riding with Lara after hearing that information. I mean, I had to do some research myself, though. But I think it's a credible source because I think the guy said Dante Williams dropped the news on that. I mean, he's a reliable source. And that's just my pick for the week. Oh, yeah, great interview, too, by the way, right? This guy, Danny proved a lot to me throughout the years. But here's the thing with American fight fans. In my humble opinion, I think American fight fans is the worst fans in sports history. And reason why I say that is because we are so fucking spoiled, man. Our athletes, if you take a guy that achieved what Danny Garcia has achieved, and if he was fighting straight from out of Puerto Rico, or a guy like Floyd Mayweather, if he was fighting out of UK or anywhere else, these dudes would be a lot more appreciated for what they achieved in the sport, man. I mean, this might be a light touch up. Who knows? It could be upset. We don't know. To what he's been getting. I think he deserved this. When you go back into history, I'm not going to hold your heads to the phone for long, but if you go back in history, even after Ali beat Foreman, I think the guy that he fought after that had over 17 losses on this damn record, if y'all remember that. Do y'all remember that?
Not me, and Beeb's the historian, so Vic does, though. He's nodding his head, yes.
Yeah, just check that. So I'm just saying that, after a big fight, fighting a guy like Matisse and then Herrera, I mean, come on. I mean, the dude deserves a soft touch at some point. I mean, everybody gets a pick'em fight. And as far as the Mayweather and Madonna fight, I think this rematch really doesn't do much for Floyd's legacy. In my opinion, I don't mind it as much, but I rather would have seen him fight Cotto, right? Because I think he had a lot more to gain, with the Cotto. If I'm going to see any rematch, I'd rather see the Cotto rematch because it would have been a little bit more historical for the middleweight title, whatever. Just a lot more interested in this because even if people think it was a win-loss, a draw, if he come fight night and they square dance, and he blow Madonna out of the water, completely dominate him, all 12 rounds, people are going to always bring up what happened in the first fight. So, I mean, this fight, I don't mind it. I'm going to still watch it, but it really doesn't do much for his legacy, at this point. But like I said, American fight fans, we're spoiled. We treat our athletes like shit. We say they cherry pick, but I mean, these guys are fighting champions. people wanted to boycott the Mayweather and Madonna fight, and this was a unification belt. But then the same people will cry and argue about champions, too many champions in a division. They need to fight each other. But then when they fight each other, oh, it's a cherry pick. I mean, it's just chaos, man. It's confusing. But I laugh at my pain. But I'm gonna let y'all guys go. That's all. That's pretty much all I had to say. On that note, one life to live, one love to give.
All right, brother. And don't worry about it, man. This is the place that you get to let it off your chest, man. We don't care what you talk about as long as it's boxing. 760, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? 760, you're live. All right. He got scared. But I know one person that won't be scared, I'll tell you that.
You want the title shot at the beat. He's not even ready. He wants the title shot at the beat.
American dream.
You like that, huh?
Oh, yeah, that was a blast from the past, man. I felt like I was in my pajamas again watching wrestling when I was a kid, eating my jelly donuts on Sunday morning, man. That was the shit. But let me just say this, man. I heard somebody take the words out of my mouth saying that this fight, Lara and Canelo, could be Mayweather Canelo all over again, and I kind of believe that. I'm going in that route. I'm going in that direction because Canelo showed us vulnerability to movement, and not only movement, but guys who are elusive, guys that don't stand in his wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? Guys who take a more cautious or more, I want to say, cerebral approach to the fight. Guys who don't come right at him like Angulo did. And although I did pick Angulo, but again, that style seems to be tailor-made for Canelo. So we saw Trout, who's a southpaw, kind of slick in his own right. He likes to move, likes to throw flurry, likes to throw combinations, uses a lot of upper body movement, uses his legs. He's very responsible from a defensive aspect. And he was pretty much responsible defensively in that fight. But he got caught a few times, went down, whatever. But I had that fight a dead draw. You could look at what Lara did to Trout, and you could look at what Canelo did to Trout. And you could compare Trout to Lara because they're both southpaws. They're both very sound defensively. But the big difference is Lara can punch. That's the X factor in this fight. Lara's good defensively. He's good on his feet. He's quick, but he can punch. And arguably, he could probably punch harder than Mayweather at this stage of his career because he doesn't have hand problems, and he's going to turn that left hand over with authority when he sees the opening. And he's a very accurate puncher. He's a pinpoint accurate puncher. Now, people can go back and they can look at the Angulo fight, but I don't think that was the best Lara in that Angulo fight. I thought he was complacent. I thought early on he was having his way, and it was becoming easy for him. And it looks like he just got a little complacent. And, midway through the fight, he got caught with that shot. But again, he faced adversity. He came back from adversity, and he stopped Angulo clean. He stopped Angulo clean. He made Angulo turn away and not want to fight. That's one of the worst ways to beat a guy is when you make him quit. And he made him quit. And I don't say that in a disparaging way, but, he put him in a state where he could not continue. Now, Angulo was taking all of Canelo's shots, but you saw what Lara's shots did to him because Lara is such a sharp, accurate puncher, and I think Canelo is more of a thudding type puncher. I don't think he has that explosiveness that Lara has and that snap that Lara has. So I don't think you're going to see the Lara that showed up for Angulo. I think you're going to see the Lara that showed up for Trout. And I think you saw the best Canelo in that Trout fight. I don't think he can fight any better. So with that being said, I think the best Lara beats the best Canelo. And I know people can say, "Beat, you're making excuses, whatever. Why wasn't that the best Lara in the Angulo fight?" Well, as I said, I just think it was too easy for him. I think that he really didn't want that fight. There was other names out there. He was talking about Mayweather. He was talking about Canelo. And the fight was very easy for him early on, as I said. And I just thought, it was a letdown before the fight, and it was a letdown during the fight. He looked like he was bored in there at certain points until he got hurt, and then he had to dig down deep and pull the fight out. But I don't think he's going to run into those problems against Canelo. I think he's going to be up for the fight. I think he's really up for the fight. I think he's training hard. And I question, Canelo. I question what he's doing in that camp. There's rumblings. I'm hearing things. But when I watch Canelo train, this may be irrelevant to some, but it looks like they're having too much fun. It doesn't look like a training camp. It looks more or less like guys having fun. It looks more like a fitness class to me. Whereas when I see Lara train, I know, that Houston gym. Ashley used to tell me about that Plex gym. He used to tell me the wars that when Ashley Knuckles, what I'm referring to, he's from Houston. He used to be one of my colleagues at Rope-a-Dope Radio, and he saw Lara train. He used to go to that gym all the time. It was a stone's throw from his house. And he told me that gym is no joke. There's wars down there. And I'm watching Lara, and I'm seeing these all accesses, and these could be scripted or they could not be, but it just seems like he's more hungry than Canelo is. And that's the thing. And I just think that Canelo doesn't have the athleticism that Lara has. And I don't think that Canelo is a huge puncher. I think he's a heavy-handed, but I just don't think he's a huge puncher. I've seen him, land on people and just beat people into submission over the course of a fight, but I've never really seen him start someone except for, who's that guy, Baltimore. And that was a much faded Baltimore. But other than that, he's just pounds on guys if you let him hit you. And, Ronnie Shields made a great point. He does throw one punch at a time the second half of the fight. He does fade the second half of the fight. And if he's going to have to fight an elusive Lara and he's going to have to chase this guy a little bit and try to cut the ring off, he's going to get even more tired. So I just think that Lara is going to win this fight. And I was nervous about the scoring, but I kind of think this fight may be decisive. I think that, this could be a 9-3 type of fight. I could see it, and it may be cut and clear and dry enough of a decisive victory that I don't even think the judges can rob. So I'm going to go with Lara. I know that was long-winded, but I just wanted to touch upon a lot of things because this fight is very intriguing and there's a lot of things to look at here.
Sure is, man. But I'm happy to know that the Beebster, man, wait a minute, because the last time we picked Bradley together, we both lost. Fuck, I hope we don't Laura.
Nestor kids first.
American dream.
Yes, baby. Yes. Let's get to some fucking
Nah, he's gonna
callers
win,
in.
man. I was a little bit nervous, but I'm not even nervous right now. I really studied this fight, and I really looked at a lot of things last night. And I really put my thinking cap on last night. You know what? We're gonna make some nice bets on Saturday, man. There's a lot of ways I'm gonna bet this fight. I like it.
Let's take some callers here. 312. You're live on the Boxing Voice. This just might be.
They call me Black Superman.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, you wrong, man. It's King J.
Good job. You see, he's been wrong. He's been wrong. You guys, don't follow him. He's been wrong. Even getting the callers.
Hey, can you come back right to me, Ness? I'm taking care of my kid right quick.
Yeah, okay. I won't be wrong about this one. I know this number. I mean, you know what? I don't even know the numbers. I just try to remember the area codes, but I know this is...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nelson.
No, motherfucker, I didn't say my name was different. What the fuck?
Oh, you said your name was Nelson.
No, I didn't. You need to clean your motherfucking ears out, nigga.
Yo, that intro is... Yo, that intro could never get corny, I don't think. Now, what's up, brother?
Not much, man. Just enjoying a good week of boxing. Just to remind everybody, in about 10 minutes, it's gonna be Mendez versus Barthélemy on Fox Sports 1. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, and that's got to wrap that up. We got to watch the fights.
Set up that DVR, because you know it's going to be commercial, so you can stick around here until we're done. This way, when you get to the fight, you can fast forward those fucking commercials. That's what I do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good
man, just
advice,
trying to be a
man.
good, just trying to be a good boxing citizen and remind everybody, because you know these Fox Sports cards, they just pop up out of nowhere. You're like, oh shit, there's boxing.
Yeah, that is true,
Oh, he's
because
right.
that
I forget about
Wednesday.
them all the time.
I forgot about
I get mad.
yesterday's. I didn't know that people were fighting yesterday. Where the hell that come from?
Oh, you
yeah,
watched
yesterday was
those
a good card,
yesterday?
too, man.
Yeah, that was good. That JoJo Diaz fight was good, man. JoJo Diaz and Robles.
Especially Diego De La Hoya looks really good, man. He blasted out an opponent that had only been knocked out in 4 by Gary Russell, and he knocked him out in 5. So I mean, he looked pretty good by comparison. He's coming along well. And then JoJo Diaz needs to get his stamina up. Either that, or he needs to be more responsible defensively. Keep his hands too low.
Yeah, but he fought a 10-rounder, dude. He fought a 10-rounder. You gotta give him credit for that, man.
Yeah, no, that's true. But yeah, he definitely needs to work on some things. And then Gomez looked good. You know, he's always going to be like a journeyman type. But I mean, he handled his business. And even though the ref called those 2 BS knockdowns, like he didn't even get hit. The guy hit him on the back as he was.
No, that second knockdown was horrible, man.
Yeah, he got hit in the shoulder blade.
Disgusting.
But yeah, man, that's all looking good. Toriano Johnson tomorrow. That's gonna be good stuff.
That's a good one. And then you got what's the Maicelo's fighting Art Hovhannissian, right? That's the co-feature. That's a good fight.
Yeah, that'll be a good one too. Yeah, Marcelo was looking good until he got knocked out by that one dude, the Russian cat. The guy.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be a good fight.
That dude just laid his ass out with the big right hand. It's important to keeping your hands up. But the thing about Saturday is, like, Alvarez and Lara, I've never really been that high on either of them. So I'm at the fight I'm actually looking forward to the most on that one is Perez versus Herrera. That's to me the most interesting fight on that card. But that's a pick 'em.
That's a pick 'em fight. That's a pick 'em fight.
Nelda, you've been calling in far too fucking long to try to dance around and do the bullshit. Who you picking, man?
Oh, for Alvarez and Lara?
No. We want to hear about the fucking undercard.
I like the undercard, man.
I actually like this undercard. I want to be in the minority.
Yeah, I think Alvarez close, but yeah, anybody that's gonna shit on the undercard is silly though. I mean, the Perez Herrera is a good fight. Lopez Vargas is gonna be fireworks, and Mars always brings it. So that'll be a good fight too.
Alvarez?
And then the what?
You picking Alvarez?
Yeah.
Damn, shit on him.
Yeah, man. The thing about it is he's the A side, so anything close he's gonna get. You know, just by virtue of being the name. Lara on the inside, I think he's not that great on the inside. He's good at mid and long range and stuff, but I don't know. Something about this does it like I have a feeling.
What
like
about
Alvarez is
that
gonna
left
show.
uppercut though, Nolta? What about that left uppercut on the inside that he throws real nice? You don't think that's a dangerous punch on the inside?
Not against somebody like Alvarez, because I don't think Alvarez is going to be like really lurching in.
Okay.
In the way that it would work. Like against somebody like Cotto, that would work brilliantly, because that's all Cotto does. Kind of lurches in, leaves his chin hanging way beyond his body. But Alvarez doesn't seem to do that. Alvarez tends to be a bit of a straight line in terms of how he stands. I don't know. I could be wrong though. I mean, the thing about it is a lot of the things that I've seen say Lara because of how their weaknesses play out. Lara's weaknesses play out more with a pressure fighter, a guy that can throw a lot of punches, and Alvarez hasn't shown that very often, if ever. And Alvarez's weaknesses tend to show that he has trouble with guys with movement, and Lara, of course, has good movement. But Lara's foot movement is independent of his torso movement. I don't think his torso or his head movement is really that great. So if he can get into range, I think he can land on it. And as Angulo showed, he can definitely be hurt.
Can I ask you a question? Say, let's take the A side and B side out of the equation, though, because that's what a lot of people are basing their pick on, and I understand that. I clearly understand that, and it entered my mind as well. Let's just say both guys are equal in terms of status. Who would you pick? Would that change your pick? I should say. Would that change your pick if both guys were, say, this was like friggin' De La Hoya Trinidad back in the 90s or whatever?
No, not really, Beeb. Actually, like, to be honest, I've considered this 50-50 the entire way through. So just that little A-side, B-side thing just kind of nicks it over to Canelo. Because, I mean, otherwise, I would call it a draw. Shit, to be honest with you. You know, because...
So you would really be hard pressed. You would really be hard pressed to pick a winner in this fight if it wasn't for the ace, if it wasn't for his leverage.
Definitely, because the thing about it is guys like these, they tend to fight to the level of their opposition, and I think against each other, they're really going to bring out a lot of things that we haven't seen from either.
Excellent point. Excellent point. We could see things in both of these guys that we haven't seen before come fight night. That's a great point.
Yeah, you know, it just happens sometimes like that, where you think a guy doesn't have this or that, and then all of a sudden shows this or that against a really high-level opponent if he's forced to. Kind of like Terence Crawford against Gamboa. You know, we didn't know about some of the things that Crawford could do, and then Gamboa brought it out of him. Gamboa was so quick.
Very well said. But, you know, it's a shame that we break down these fights, and we have to say things like, well, this guy's the A-side. Imagine, like, going into the NBA. Well, we do say it about the NBA Finals because we say, oh, LeBron James is going to get all the...
Absolutely. So, that means something.
You know, it's unavoidable. So
yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is, if you're going to make a pick, quote unquote, you know, you have to take that into account. You have to take everything into account. You know,
you do.
If you're going to be completely honest. So.
You do.
Let me ask you guys, do you think that this fight has the possibility of maybe becoming a trilogy?
I was thinking that. Maybe someone else said that too, that, you know,
if Lara wins the first one, yeah. If Canelo wins it, no.
Yeah, because you're going to want Canelo Cotto. I mean, that's the moneymaker.
Yeah, someone said that, you know, they could see this fight being a split decision or a majority draw or something like that, and they could see a rematch happening. And even on the site, we have the poll, and there's a good amount of people that pick draw for this fight, believe it or not. I wonder what the odds for a draw. I'm going to look that up.
Well, the thing with Oliver is
give me a...
He has too many.
I'm sorry.
He has too many big money options like Cotto, like, you know, after the fact, to just keep getting in the ring with Lara.
Well, there's also something else too, and this is a word that my friend Eric and I, aka D Styles, said. That he said there's always really a cognitive bias. Now, subconsciously, you know, the judges are going to be walking around. They're going to be, you know, soaking up all the media hype, and they're going to see so much attention, you know, surrounded around Canelo, and automatically, you know, that's going to be embedded in their brain. Canelo, and he may have that advantage in their minds because, you know, it's being drilled in their heads, just like any one of us. Like, you know, we may buy an album from somebody just because, you know, we liked their first album, just because, like, you know, they're such a big star. Whether or not we care what the album sounds like or not, we won't even listen to a song sometimes. We'll just buy the album because that's our favorite artist. Or, you know, Apple may come out with a phone. We don't care what kind of phone it is, but, you know, we love Apple, so we'll just buy it. So subconsciously, these guys are like, you know what? You know, the advantage is going to be Canelo. Canelo automatically he's the star. He's the better fighter. So it's like the onus is on Lara to take the fight away from Canelo. In other words, it's like going into a game with a point spread advantage. That's just subconsciously embedded in these judges' minds sometimes. So I don't
90 seconds.
When it comes to when they're actually fighting, when Canelo's throwing punches, the crowd's gonna be like, oh, and then it's just gonna be dead silent.
And you know, the thing is this too. You made a great point. Say one of the judges is back. Canelo's back is to one of the judges, or excuse me, Lara's back is you know, behind one of the judges. You know, and the judges hear a when Canelo throws a punch. It may not even land, but they just may hear that crowd, like you said,
60 seconds.
You know, guess it lands or whatever, or anticipate it lands, and they're gonna, you know, think that
really counts.
That counts. Stuff like that counts, and that's a great point. So that's the thing, you know. we always want to criticize each other to make fun of them and stuff, but be put in their position, and it's tough sometimes, because imagine having Lara's back to you and you're sitting right in front of the ring, and you have his back to you or whatever, and you see Canelo throwing a punch, then you hear, and the guy from looking on television can clearly see the punch didn't land, but you have no way of knowing whether it landed or not, because you don't have a monitor next to you. You can't see instant replay, and you may see instant replay after the round.
10 seconds.
But they may not show that sequence. So these judges do have it harder than we want to give it credit for. We want to admit. So I don't think it's corruption. I just think it's a lot of circumstances. That's what it is.
Hey, Nelta, let me get to these 3 last callers because we're already on drive-by mode. 817, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this? 817.
Y'all hear me all right?
Now we hear you, baby. What's up?
It's Jasper, man.
Talk to me.
Anyways, I'm real torn in this fight, man. I've been throwing it up and down for the last few days. I'm really having a hard time. I guess I'm gonna go with Lara though, even though I could see it going the other way or a robbery for Canelo. But my instincts to everything I know about boxing just tells me Lara should win, unless he gets robbed.
Vic, what's the count?
It's about 18-13. I mean, Nelta picked Canelo, so 19-16.
19-16.
It's close, but when you looked at the ring grabbed a whole bunch of riders, and I think only like 5 people picked Lara, and like 20-something people picked Canelo. So we, our callers are a lot closer than the rings panel. That's crazy.
817, I'm going to put you on hold. We're on drive-by mode, brother. I got to get to some other callers. I'm sorry, but, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
You good,
anything
man.
else, though?
No, you good, brother.
All right, thank you, brother. 979, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
101, can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
Hello. Yeah, I just called in to get my pick.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with Canelo on this one in 8. He's going to knock out Lara in 8.
19-17.
1917. Yep. You made it a little tighter, brother. Sunday, you could call in to eat your crow or make me eat mines.
Yeah, I'm going to make you eat your crow. You ain't going to dodge it this time.
I don't dodge it, brother. I don't even know
time.
what you got. I don't even know why people tweet me saying that I'm I'm always here.
Because like whenever people call in and they made a wrong pick, you give them pretty much hell. But whenever Ness misses a pick, he's not Nostradamus anymore, right? So that's about all you get.
Hey, but I'm not gonna give myself shit. It's your job to call in and give me some if you want.
That is true. That is true. I think a lot of people just ride on your nuts, man. Your nuts so heavy right now, huh?
Not really,
all those
man. Not really.
19 picks of freaking Lara was from you influencing them.
No, man. They're just 19 smart people out there.
I'm telling you, dude. They got some love for you out there. I'm telling you, man. It's
hey,
not a
man.
bad thing.
I love all you guys back. So it is what it is. But Laura's gonna win. 979, man. I'm gonna let you go, brother. Thanks for calling in. I hope you call in Sunday. Try to call in earlier, brother. Get more time to burn here. Let me see. 641. You're live. 641.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, we're here, brother. Talk to us.
All right, give me Canelo.
Oh God. All these
Canelo's
last-minute Canelo picks.
And you guys can dissect. You guys can dissect Angulo and Trout all you want. What I'm going on is, I mean, Canelo got embarrassed by Floyd, and they have the same style. Lara, Floyd, but
I mean, how could Canelo go up to Oscar and say, I want to face a younger, stronger Floyd? And then Oscar say, okay, let's do it. There's got to be something that Canelo knows. Canelo's got to take him out. There's no way he can just get beat up again and embarrassed. They can't lose that much money on that.
Well, Canelo's Mexican. He has balls. He's his own boss. So this decision was his. So if he loses,
yeah, but I mean, he ain't gonna go out and get embarrassed again. I mean, he knows he lost against Floyd.
Yeah,
he knows.
But every fighter thinks he can win, even when it's not always the case. I mean, fighters like that are very. He's a young kid. He's confident. He feels as though he's indestructible. I don't think that it's anything like he has a crystal ball or he's overconfident about it. I don't think he knows anything that we don't know. I just think he's a confident kid. You gotta respect him for that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you could be right. I mean, I don't know everything either. You could be right. Maybe I'm sure he may see some flaws there that makes him confident, but I don't know. I just
want to see how he just got embarrassed. I mean, he was taking punches and swatting his flies the whole fight against Floyd, and now he wants to face Lara.
Well,
I mean,
you hear fighters say this a lot of times. Well, he doesn't look that fast, or doesn't look this, he doesn't look that. But then when you get in the ring with him, it's all different. I think he's going to be surprised by Lara's foot speed. I think it's going to trouble him a lot.
And then there was another caller. There was another caller that said that Lara's going to go all out, and that could work for Canelo. You don't think so?
I don't think he's going to fight a very cerebral fight. He knows the magnitude of this fight. Walk in this fight like he did against Angulo. I don't see that happening.
You think Lara's going to be more patient than Canelo?
Oh, absolutely. He's
really?
The counterpuncher. He's the counterpuncher, absolutely.
But this is his big stage. Canelo's seen it.
This is the thing. This is the thing. He's going to be a cat and mouse game. You know what Lara loves to do? This is what the move I love about Lara. He'll jump at you, right? But then he'll jump back real quick. It's not like an ambush style. It's just kind of like it's almost like he's playing chicken with you. He'll start in, and he'll real quick go right back out. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like he stays. He just jumps. He'll jump at you and then jump back to get you to react to him. So in other words, when he'll jump at you, you'll slide back, then he'll jump back, and then he'll jump right back at you. In other words, so it's like he just keeps you off guard.
And does Floyd do any of that? Do you think that?
No one can beat Floyd, but he can do a. But him and Rigondeaux, those Cubans are very solid defensively, and they have styles that frustrate people. Like when you watch Rigondeaux beat Donaire, you could see the frustration on Donaire's face. I think this kid is going to frustrate the hell out of Canelo on Saturday night, and you're going to see a very frustrated Canelo, and that's going to add to the stress and the fatigue factor, coupled with the fact that he's going to have to freaking hunt this guy down. That's going to make him tired. From round 6 through 12, I honestly believe this is going to be a different fight. I think 6 through 12. I'm going to say this right now. I bet Lara wins round 6 through 12, and I bet he wins. And I bet he wins maybe 2 or 3 of the first 6. I just believe that.
I think around round 8, though, Canelo's going to go in Provodnikov mode. He's just going to kind of sink his gloves, walk in, and go for the big hit. If he can connect, Lara's in trouble.
That's when he starts throwing the one punch at a time, and I don't think one punch at a time is going to get it done against a guy who's as slick as Lara. And that's what counterpunchers want you to do. That's a counterpuncher's dream. When they see a guy throwing one punch at a time at them, oh my God, that's a dream for them.
Yeah, but Lara ain't got the chin. He's got to watch it.
I don't know.
646, we're going to place you on hold, brother. We got to get to these other callers. We're on drive-by mode. 111111111. You're live. Who's this? Skype. If you're calling in from
Hello?
Skype. Okay. 310, you're live. Who's this? 310, you're live.
Se comió un ice cream, no se va a acabar. Okay.
Okay. Last caller, 979, you're live.
Hey man, it's me again. I can't believe Beeb is comparing Lara to Floyd Mayweather. If you serious, you need to play that. You need to play that Triple G soundbite.
Of course,
You need to play that Triple G soundbite.
That is so predictable. That is so predictable. I knew someone was going to call in and say that because you're taking something out of context and you're spinning it. This isn't the O'Reilly factor, my friend. This is the boxing voice. If you listen to what I said he is the closest thing that can emulate, and I said he's obviously not going to do it as good as Floyd, but he's the closest thing to Floyd in terms of defense and counterpunching ability. That's what I said. So when you say,
at the same time, think about this. Think about this. You have Broner.
When you say a guy moves like lightning, right? Does that mean the guy is literally lightning? I mean, this is what people do, and it's the oldest trick in the book. It's like politicians do this all the time. They love to take things out of context that you say and try to twist them and turn them against you. Just because you make a comparison, that doesn't mean you're saying that person exactly that. Oh, well, he looked like Christ the way he walked in that room. No, you're not really Jesus Christ. It's just an analogy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he moved like a friggin' elephant. That doesn't mean you're an elephant. So when you say this guy can do this, he reminds me of Floyd, that doesn't mean he is Floyd. That means what exactly
reminds you of Floyd?
His counterpunching ability, the way he sets traps, the way he sucks guys in, the way he thinks in there, the way he kind of makes
Angulo got sucked in? The way Angulo, the slug?
He beat the shit out of Angulo, my friend. He made Angulo quit.
Oh, my God.
He made Angulo quit. Angulo turned his back and quit.
Come on.
Look at what he did to it. And again, you didn't listen to the show what I said earlier. He was complacent early. He was complacent because the first 6 rounds it was easy, and he got complacent.
He's never been really the aggressor. He's never been the aggressor. If you notice what Canelo's doing,
doesn't have to be the aggressor though.
But the thing is, I think Canelo's going to make him the aggressor.
No,
I think he will. I think he will. You know why? Look at the training footage. Why does he move back? Why is Canelo moving back?
He's going to try and do the same thing he did against Floyd, and it's not going to work. Canelo is not. Canelo tries to be a boxer. He's not a boxer.
Floyd,
Canelo tries to be a boxer, but he's not a boxer. He tries to be crafty, and it works against him. Because you know what's going to happen? It's the same thing that happened in the Trout fight. His output went down significantly in the Trout fight, and that's why a lot of people
he knew he was up on the cards. He knew he was up on the cards. Why fight if he knew you were up on the cards? I mean, it makes no sense. You got it in the bag. Why risk it for the biscuit, man? I don't understand.
Even in the beginning of the fight, he was just laying back. Same thing he did in Floyd. He tries to be too slick.
Because he was making Trout lead, and Trout is not a leader. Look at the fight with Delvin Rodriguez and Trout. How was that fight going?
Who's faster in this fight?
Nobody's questioning that Lara's faster, but
okay. So if you lay back against someone who's faster than you and you allow him to get off first, isn't that stupid? If you're finding it's the stupidest thing in the world. You have to smother speed. It's like with a fire. Fire can spread fast. What do? You take a blanket, you cover it before it can spread. If you let speed be able to run free, then he's going to have this way with Canelo. You have to smother speed. You have to get in a guy's shot. You got to make it ugly and rough and tumble a guy who's faster than you. So he lays back against Lara like he did against Floyd, who Floyd was much faster than him on foot speed.
And Canelo was matching him punch for punch at the beginning. Canelo got discouraged at the end. But do you really think
He lost every round of that fight, so I don't know what you're talking about. If
he
he's going
did
to try
lose
to
every
be
round,
crafty,
but because he had the
if he's
wrong
gonna-
game
but
plan.
let me finish,
But
though. If he's gonna-
even you guys were saying that he was trying to match him punch for punch, and he was at the beginning. He was. But the thing is, he doesn't have the speed of Floyd. Do you think Canelo?
He doesn't have the speed of Lara
Floyd
either.
is faster
So
than
how is he going to catch? How is he going to catch?
You
this
think
guy?
Lara's
He's not
faster
fast.
than Floyd? Do you think Lara's faster than Floyd?
Foot speed wise, yeah, very comparable, close.
Foot speed wise, the flat-footed Floyd, right now, flat-footed Floyd. He relies on his hand speed right now. Floyd, he has no legs.
Floyd relies on his upper body movement, and he uses. Floyd has never been a guy who used a lot. That's a misnomer. Floyd has never used a lot of the ring. That's a misnomer because Floyd steps around guys. He uses a lot of upper body movement, bends at the waist, twists his shoulders. He's never been a Hector Camacho like everyone has framed him. But I don't know why people think that Floyd is this freaking runner, because he's not.
I
He's
never
a guy
thought
who
he was a
uses subtle
runner. He's always, in his early days, he was staying in the pocket. He would turn guys. He would pivot very nicely. That's about it.
And he still does
exactly. But I'm saying that the only thing that's different is the foot movement. And I don't think that just judging by the Angulo fight, I mean, Angulo wasn't doing anything. He was moving very slow. The dude looks like a freaking dog, man. He's moving real slow, like a little baby
Did you see what Lara
pit
was
bull.
doing? But did you see what Lara was doing in the first 6 rounds of that fight? Then he started just becoming complacent. He's not going to become complacent. He, like the Trout fight, he knew that was a huge fight. You see how he fought Trout?
How do you know that wasn't a stamina issue from the pressure being applied to him? How do you know from
I don't think it
constantly moving
was.
back?
I don't think it was. He started dropping his
think it
hands.
was.
He started dropping his hands and really not looking like he was concerned about it. He looked like he was bored in there to me. He looked very complacent.
Oh, really?
and
He was
stood there.
getting bored and he was getting popped. Wow. How would a fighter just let
Did
him
you
hit?
watch the fix? Did you watch? Please, I hope you have the DVR. Really, like Jay-Z says, watch. Don't skim through stuff. Watch.
I'm
The
not
first
skimming through. I've watched that fight 4 times.
The first 6 rounds,
Trust
did
me.
Angulo win it? Did Angulo win a round the first 6 rounds of that fight? Did you give him a
The
round?
4th round was closer. The 4th round is when he started
he won
building
one round
momentum.
in the first 6 rounds. So the fight was so easy that Lara got complacent, and that's when he let him back into the second half. But
Angulo was taking baby steps and putting pressure on him.
Listen,
It was
so you think
effective
that Canelo
pressure.
fights the same way? You think Canelo fights anything like Angulo fights? Anything? Zero.
In my opinion, I believe that he's going to let Lara lead for the first couple of rounds, see how that
And
goes.
that's suicide. If he
He's gonna
does that,
switch
that's suicide. That's suicide because he's
he's going to
slow.
try it. I think he's going to try
And
it.
he's gonna lose-
See where
and
it
he's gonna
goes,
lose
but
the
I
fight
think he's
easy.
got a plan B. I think he's got a plan B to lead with his jab and cut off the ring. I know he hasn't done it in
And
the
throw one
past.
punch at a time. No,
No, he's not going to throw one punch
like
at a
he
time.
did against
Don't you
Mayweather.
think he's working on that stuff? He hears it constantly.
Oh, so all of a sudden he's going to learn how to throw combinations in this fight instead of throw one punch at
Hey
a time.
man,
like
I know he was
like
throwing
did his whole
combinations
career.
against. I know he was throwing combinations against Josecito Lopez. He may be a very small
against
guy.
the statue, he was
Yes,
throwing.
I-
Against the statue, he'll throw combinations. But if a guy's moving on him, he's gonna get frustrated and desperate. He's gonna start loading up like he did against Floyd, and he's gonna try to hit the home run, and he's gonna whip. That's what's gonna happen, buddy. That's what's gonna happen, buddy.
Hey guys.
Sunday, I
Guys,
want
we
you
gotta-
to eat your crow big time, man.
Dude,
I promise you.
I will eat the whole pigeon coop if
man.
Canelo wins. I will
Guys,
eat the
we
whole
gotta
pigeon
stop
coop. I'll put hot sauce
that
on it.
for a quick second. Vic's got to go. We want to do the 10 count real quick for CK. So I got 2 other callers. Well, 1 other caller, right? That I got to get to, I think. 708. Did I get to you?
Nah,
708.
man, what's going on?
What's up, brother? I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, this is Dana from Idaho.
Talk to it.
Nah, I'm playing this Ruger, man. What's going on?
You know that's Ruger?
Ruger.
Man.
Ruger, what up? Oh, shit. You
Chilling.
text him.
I'm over here falling asleep and shit.
Yeah, I think Vic texted me to fucking
asleep.
make that last Canelo pick.
Huh?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
I got Canelo, man. If that evens it up, I think he could pull it off, man. It's a 50-50 fight, though. it ain't gonna be like the fucking Lara washing them and shit. I don't think so.
Yeah, you suck just for fucking picking
Yeah,
Canelo.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
we got to do the 10 count.
Everybody's over here riding your nuts and shit, talking about your interview. Oh, it was a great interview, man. That interview was whack, nigga.
He's such a hater. You fucking hater.
Fuck y'all and y'all whack ass interviews, man.
Hating ass motherfucker, yeah.
Yo, hey, Canelo's gonna bury that fucking mamabicho. What else they call him? Mama huevo. Fucking that talking shit motherfucker, man. Nah, Canelo's gonna get in that ass, though, man.
Not happening, buddy. Ruger, we got to do a 10 count for a boxing fan, brother. You called in too fucking late. Later.
Man.
Damn, that's fucked up.
What'd you say?
That's fucked up. Just cut that nigga off.
Nah, he's back
Nah, I
on.
said
Ruger,
I've
you
been
there?
on the line, man.
You just pressed 1. You
Are
have
you
to press
crazy, man?
1.
I pressed one a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, I've been listening though, man. But I just wanted to jump in to fucking to give my Canelo pick.
It's 1919, bro. That's how shit ends.
Hey, watch.
Yo, why y'all always
Hell yeah. Hey,
generalizing?
play me that La Raza clip, man.
Why y'all always generalizing, man? It's not ya. I'm my own man that made my own pick, and Vic made his own pick.
Viva! Hey, and you over here fucking forcing lightning Rod Salka to fucking going all aggressive. You over here telling him I want a good fight and shit, just so he doesn't outbox Danny and shit. Another Herrera. He doesn't want another Herrera to happen. So he's like, please give me a good fight.
I hope Danny doesn't listen to the interview, man, because Ness ain't going to be allowed in the gym anymore, man.
Yo. All right, let's do this. Hold on, Ruger, hold on. Let's get this out the way, man, because, CK was a good guy. He wrote numerous articles for TeamLeftJab.com, and he's also interviewed a lot of fighters, man. He went out above and beyond interviewing up-and-coming guys, trying to get them some exposure. So, he passed away, was a close friend of Vic's. And, I met him a few times. He was always with the Paulie Malignaggi camp. So this show is dedicated to him. Hopefully he picked Lara up in heaven, and we're up. Vic, what's the count? We're out of here.
19 even, brother.
19 even.
Are you serious?
Do we need to make more picks? You want to pick for tonight's fights, or you want to let that go since it started already?
Let that go. I mean, I got Bartholomew.
Oh, really?
I got Bartholomew. I got Mares. I got Herrera in a tough one. And I'm going on a whim, Wama by KO, but I wouldn't expect him to get knocked the fuck out either.
I'm going to get Terriano Johnson to win. Art Hovenish.
Terriano Johnson, yeah, all right.
And Maldonado. And then I'll take Lara, Mars, of course. I'm going to go with Francisco Vargas. I think he has the aggression that it may take to make Juanma uncomfortable, but he does lack official defense, so don't be surprised if Juanma knocks him out. But I'm going to go with Vargas. I'm going to go with, I never seen Perez fight, so I'm going to go with Herrera. I've never seen Perez fight. I think I've seen him once only, and that's not enough. And over in, Beeb's country, England, I'm going to go with Bellew Cleverly.
That's pretty easy. Yeah, I agree with those, except the two, the Juanma fight and the Lara Canelo. I got Canelo.
Hey, Vic, what's up with the guy that you had wrote an article once saying he should be prospect of the year, Thomas Lamana? He's still fighting 6-rounders.
Nah, you better stop with that.
Yeah, Saturday he's in a 6-round fight. Who you picking?
Is that the cornflake kid?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Isn't that guy like 6 feet or something? Like 6'2" or something like that, and he fights at like 147?
Nah, I think it's 154, isn't it?
I don't know where he's at anymore.
Is he 154 now? How tall is he? Like 6'2", 6'3"? Like he's real friggin' tall,
Oh,
man.
he's actually fighting at 160 this fight.
Uh-oh.
But
so he's been moving up then.
Yeah, moving up
young,
fighting
isn't he?
6-rounders. Yeah, he's very young. But let's get up out of here. Yeah, man, this has been the Canelo Lara preview. Hopefully these predictions, come true. I'm your host, NestGTO. Find me at Twitter at NestGTO. You can find Victor Salazar at
Boxing Voice _Vic.
And Joe Habib.
J Habib 1, baby.
We're out.
Thank God that niggas seen another day.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.